So, when last you guys saw us, basically they had our intrepid adventurers had secured themselves a rather lucrative deal with a mining company and returned back to Frontier Station, where they, for lack of a better word, term, dropped off Hart. Yeah, I noticed I say that a lot. Anyway, they dropped off Hart, who was incredibly grateful to them for showing her a fun adventure, and they then set about dealing with the pirates. They went searching for the pirates in a nebula. They found them. However, they found not only a pirate ship, but two large pirate ships and a small space station. And they decided it might be best to regroup and consider their options from there. They talked to Paul, who basically gave them the offer of these need to be taken care of. I can't take direct action because I can't be seen to be involved in this. If you guys deal with it however you want to deal with it, you can have either 3 million credits or 10 million off for what you owe me, and you can keep whatever loot stuff you find. Deal with it however you can. The group decided the best course of action from there was to find more about the pirates by trying to make contact with them by taking over Snipe's old business. Since Snipe was their old contacts, they spent a lot of time and effort putting up a ruse that they were Snipe's replacements. They were eventually contacted by the pirates. Things didn't go exactly as planned because the pirates decided to put them through a impromptu test where they all were kind of herded onto one of the pirate ships, drawn out into space, and then basically told to pirate a merchant vessel. Xavier convinced the merchant vessel to drop his cargo and then told him to run. Captain Bonnie, the pirate captain of this ship, said, no, 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 we're going to blast it out of the sky because, and the session ended here, when we kill that, you'll be partners in crime with us, and there'll be no going back, is basically the words to that effect. And that is exactly where we ended the session.
Great. Alrighty. So we're switching into real time now, into game time?
Sure.
Okay. Well then, the response will be quick and painless. Not quick and painless. Xavier will look over to Bonnie and give a sneer and say, you said I could handle this the way I wanted. We're going to hold you to that. Do you want this the hard way or the easy way?
Give me a second. I've had all week to consider this, but all right. Give me a convince check with a penalty of 10.
Okay, so I want to add 10 to make it harder.
Correct.
I succeed.
Yes, you did.
Yep. By 24.
All right. He looks at you, and he looks around at his other men, and then he says, boy, you're surrounded by people. You really think you're going to walk away from this if we fight?
We at Black Metal Works have one policy. Don't back out on a deal. And you're confusing smart with weakness. Why? So, you think we're outnumbered? We're not. We can take care of ourselves. That tall drink of water, and he'll point over. He'll gesture over to Isaac. Himself could take you all out. Not to mention the rest of us, especially him. As he looks over to Lucas, we can still do business, but we expect you to hold up your bargain. I asked you if there was any way you wanted to go with this, and you said I could take care of it. You wanted to see what I could do. I'm taking care of it. See what I can do. I'll make you fucking rich.
There is a long, tense moment as everyone in the room looks at Bonnie, and then all of a sudden, Bonnie bursts out laughing and says, "You've got some balls on you. I like that." Fine. And he waves off the pilot, who stops firing at the ship. And you can tell the ship's shields, the merchant shields, were certainly starting to get depleted. But the ship itself doesn't seem to have much damage to it. And the pirate says, "I like that. Maybe we will do business."
Good. Good. So, what kind of outfit do you got going? If we're going to do business together, we need to know exactly how much product we need to move, how much space, how much space we need to, offload your goods, schedules, shit like that. You got a place, you got a home base or something like that we can talk over the details? You've seen my outfit, and it's still under construction. What about yours? You got a great ship here. Tough as nails fucking crew. But is that it? Are we just looking at one ship?
As you talk, looks at you considering for a long time, and then says, "The ship is all you'll ever see. Yeah, we got a base, we got a crew, but not likely to show them to people we've just met, even if we are doing business."
Oh, of course. Fuck, of course. I mean, we're all professionals here. I can understand that. As long as you bring us something to make us money, we're happy. And you'll be very happy with what we can do, too.
He nods, he says, "Oh, I can make you money." And then he turns to the pilot and says, "Gather the cargo. I believe our new business partners have collected some new merchandise."
We certainly have. So, shall we go someplace a little more comfortable here on the ship? Hash out some details?
The captain nods and says, and he motions to the men, "All right, that's enough. We'll sit down, we'll drink like men, and we'll figure out exactly what this means." And with that, everyone that was behind you guys kind of steps back and lowers whatever weapons they were very tensely holding at the moment. And the captain starts leading you towards the back of the ship. I'm gonna, as far as the map goes, I'm gonna go back more into a narrative stance.
Sure.
The map was more in case things got heated, which very well could have happened.
I thought it was going to happen, honestly. I'm very surprised by this outcome. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Well, your guy is a smooth talker, and you rolled well, so. And let's face it.
He sure shit can't fight.
And let's face it, that took balls.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, we as a player, we're playing a pen and paper game, but you think about in that real world, dear God, that took balls.
Yep.
So.
Yep. All right.
So he leads you all to through the ship, and you're getting, now that you're getting a better view of the ship. It is of course about the same size as your Starluck, different type. It's an slightly newer ship, because if you recall, your Slider is an old ship, but an old, well taken care of ship. This ship seems to be a newer, not a model, it's not the same model ship, but a newer make, less well taken care of. This ship, it functions. It's obviously very structurally intact, but it is not in the best repair. You're taken to the mess hall, which is a mess in more ways than one. And you're given some sort of clear, very strong alcohol.
Oh boy.
And the captain takes a swig of it and then says, "So here's the way we operate. We'll leave a drop for you at your store. It'll just simply have a time. At that appointed time, you meet us in the cargo bay, and we'll deliver your cargo. For obvious reasons, we won't tell you what it is in the drop, but you will be able to inspect it when we bring it. You give us a fair price that we both agree on, right then, right there, and then the cargo is yours. And then we go away until the next time we have a drop.
Gotcha. Is this the arrangement that you had with Snipe?
It is exactly the arrangement we had with Snipe.
Unfortunately, Snipe couldn't handle this arrangement. Do you mind if I offer a suggestion?
Sure, kid. Offer me a suggestion.
Well, this is my first rodeo. We've had 7 other establishments working as similar fronts throughout different systems. The big problem with your suggestion is that you are taking all of the risk bringing it to the cargo bay, right? What if there's some new kid, new security agent of Paws, right? And he really wants to make a good impression, right? Maybe he doesn't understand how things work around here. And he notices stolen goods. And then you're up Ship Creek without a paddle, you have heat on you, and we are out of the goods. Why don't we make things a little bit easier, where we share the risk because we're going to share the profits, right? Say we make the transfer out here in space. Our ship meets your ship at an undisclosed, safe location. You transfer your goods over to our ship, right? That's where we can negotiate. We can look and inspect the goods at our leisure. We don't have to worry about no law dog breathing down our necks. And then we take the risk bringing it to our shop, and then we sell it. Doesn't that seem a whole lot easier for you?
It does, which is why I'm suspicious. What do you get out of this? We just offered to take all the risk, and you're offering to take the risk yourselves? Why?
Because of the reward. What did you have Snipe get? 20%? Maybe 25%? I want a 50-50 split. You take the risk in acquiring the goods, we take the risk in selling the goods. 50-50 what they're worth, not a credit more, not a credit less.
He looks at you with a raised eyebrow. We don't split the loot with you. We sell it to you. We get the loot, we sell it to you, and then what you do with it after that is not our concern.
Whew, this is a completely different operation. Huh. Well, I just assumed because, I mean, you're the ones you wanted to see, what we were made of, right? I mean, you wanted to prove that we are more than just merchants, and we are. But here's the thing. Once again, say something goes wrong, right? And one of us gets arrested. All right? We could sell you out in a moment's notice. When we got our hands on Snipe before we spaced that little coward, he told us about everything of your operation. See, if we're in this 50-50 as partners, as we share the heat, ratting on you means we screw ourselves too. We have to be entwined in the operation to make sure everyone plays by the same rules. You follow?
Bonnie laughs and he says, "You must be new to this system. By simply
I am.
selling our goods, you're entwined enough. If Pa ever finds out about it," and he kind of draws a thumb across his throat and goes,
Pa isn't that much. He's had to get pretty dirty himself. So let's not treat Pa as like some sort of white knight, right? Fact is that I'm suggesting a full and complete partnership. That's what I want. And that's what's going to make us the most money. Because the more we can sell is the more... I mean, what's good of stealing something if you can't sell it, right? And what's good of us being partners with you if we can't get it, if we can't move the product, all right? Just think about that, okay? We can do it your way, but there might be flaws. How about this? We try it your way once, we try it my way once, and we'll see how easy it is for both of us.
I'm still a little confused in exactly what you're proposing. Up until now, we simply bring you the goods, you pay for them, and then you sell them however you see fit. What are
Mhm.
you wanting to do differently?
I want you to bring us the goods, but here in space. And I want to inspect the goods. We all want to keep an eye on it, right? There are certain things that our clientele are going to look for, right? And frankly, let's be honest, not everything that you're going to bring us is completely gold, right? We want to sell high profit, high valuable items, which means we get to separate the wheat from the chaff, right? You keep what we don't think will sell very well, right? And we give you 50% of what you sell us. Here's the thing. This is where it benefits you, okay? Let's take something real simple, right? Let's take uranium, right? I mean, in, you know, the CREAS system, uranium is illegal, right? So let's pretend we're selling uranium there, all right? So you bring me uranium, right? And I know I could sell it for 10,000 credits, all right? But you don't know that. Uranium to you was only always about 1,000 credits worth, right? So you sell it to us for 850 credits, right? And I make what? 8,000, 9,000 credits in profit, and you don't get to see a single thing of that, right? You don't get to share in the profits. You just depend on what I'm buying at. You see? Most merchants try what Snipe did, and what every other merchant does, is that they try to buy their product at the lowest price. Okay? And you think, well, why am I telling you this, right? Because it creates resentment. You don't fuck with guys like you. You don't rip guys like you off. Do you? Do we? No, not if they want to keep business. Not if we want to keep breathing, right? So, with an actual partnership, I share you exactly what I'm going to sell this for. And we split it 50-50. That way you don't get ripped off, and I get to choose my share of the goods, what I think will sell the best.
All right, Inferno, roll me one more convince check.
Sure. Ooh, I
Oh, wow.
succeed.
Nice.
Really well.
All right. Bonnie scratches his head and he says, that sounds complicated. We generally like to keep things simple, but I do like the idea of more credits. All right. Tell you what. You're strangers to me. You got a pair, and I like that, and I like you.
Thank you.
So we'll send a drop by your store with a location to meet in space. You come,
Mm-hmm.
we do a deal,
Mm-hmm.
and if everything goes okay, we'll see about doing that again in the future.
Great. Wonderful. Baby steps, one step at a time. But I'm really glad we can start this partnership off, and Xavier will reach out a hand for a handshake.
He goes to shake your hand, and he pauses and he says, we've got a saying too. If you're not on the level, if you try and double-cross me, if you try to pull one over on me, I will kill you, your friends, and everyone on that station that's ever known you.
Yeah. We at Black Metal Works have a very similar policy. And that's my whole proposal. Why I was spewing off all those words. I want it to be smooth sailing between us. And to show that, I won't even charge you for the lobster that you ate. And then Xavier will smile.
With that, Captain Bonnie will laugh again and shake your hand.
Perfect.
I like you. I may have to kill you one day, but I like you.
Well, as long as that one day is when I'm 90, that'll be fine. And very rich.
With that, he shouts orders for the ship to return back to Frontier Station. It takes about another hour or so, during which time you guys are subtly confined to the mess room, if that makes sense. You're not
Yep.
being held at gunpoint, but there's a few people sitting in there, and they don't seem to want you to go much.
Yeah, we are being gently what's the word? Not coerced, but
Persuaded.
Corralled.
persuaded. That's exactly
Persuaded.
what it is.
Yes.
We're being gently persuaded to stay in the mess room. I'm fine. I'll accept such a gentle persuasion.
All right. Does anyone else during that hour want to do anything?
Yes, I do. Is it just us in here, or is it?
No. There's several other people in the room with you.
Okay. I go over to Xavier and just kind of like nudge him on the side, and have put my back to the other guys, and tell Xavier that I have this entire ship mapped out. I want to look at it and see where weaknesses and strengths are, because I never got a chance to look at that yet. So I just wanted to want to know what the ship is like integrally.
Just so you know, David, your device wouldn't map out the ship. It's not that kind of device. What it would do is give you technical readouts as to what the ship's carrying, what kind of power generator, what kind of weapons, etc., etc. But it wouldn't like map out the corridors and things like that.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it did that. Okay.
No, it would need some form of I guess some sort of like radar/mapping program for that. What you did was just scan the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something to consider. Okay. Well, in that case, just look at it anyway, but don't make a big deal out of it. You know, just look at it. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier will also subtly mention to everyone else that we can discuss the next steps more in depth once we're a little more comfortable back on Frontier Station. It is Frontier Station, right? That's the name of it?
Yes, Frontier Station.
I haven't lost my mind. Okay, cool.
I really don't want to talk much here.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Lucas seems to not particularly take sitting still for an hour, sitting down lately.
Oh boy.
So what he does to pass the time is he's going to take out one of his rusty pipes. He's going to screech and scratch against the one next to it, and just kind of hold it up to the table that he's sitting at, and just kind of every once in a while bang it, and have like just a very kind of tonguing sound.
Oh boy.
Every once in a while.
Really committed to that character, so I will not interrupt Rusty.
Yeah.
All right. So if that's all, basically you guys will land back at the fabulous docking bay 6.
Hooray.
Wait, they reopened it? Wow.
Oh, it was only closed down for a few days before it got reopened again. However, we're still in the period of time where it's starting to lose dock workers because they think it's haunted.
Yeah, we just need like a couple more events over here.
Space Ghost.
All right, so you guys are they basically unceremoniously usher you out and then take off almost immediately.
Great.
So what's the plan now?
Well, that's what we should talk about for certain.
I'm going to. Sorry, I was going to say I'm going to in Skype real quick. I'm going to because I'm assuming is it safe to assume Talavac would share the data scanned from the ship?
Yeah, just as for general knowledge, it might come in handy.
This is precisely basically what your scan did was gave you precise stats on that ship. As in, well, you can look at it. How much shields it generally has, how much damage it has, what kind of weapons it has, how much ammo it has. How much ammo is loaded into its weapon systems. That's what your scan was able to get you.
Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Well, there's a few advantages to what we just did. First of all, I appreciate everyone keeping their cool. That got really fucking tense there for a moment, and but we managed to convince them which was a big thing.
I've
And-
never seen anybody convince such a slime bag, and you molded it like a piece of clay.
Well, if it's any consolation, my heart was beating a mile a minute while I was doing so. But I guess when you have to sweet talk your way past a bunch of stern-faced guards and, other sorts of undesirables, it starts to grow on you.
I'll make
Instinct.
sure that no one cuts out that tongue of yours.
Thanks, Kovac.
Okay.
But we do have an advantage, at least in my mind. They were used to shipping things off here in this nice, controlled little environment here in Cargo Bay 6, right? They expected to get paid, right? Now we convince them to meet us in a locale in space, right?
Yes.
Anything can happen in space. Now, the first couple times, I say, my suggestion is that we play along, let them get comfortable, right?
Exactly.
We can sell some goods, or we can just keep them aside, right? But here's several advantages. I can see this go down two paths. One after one, we can see we show them that we make more money, right? These guys like more money, and if we make them rich, they're going to like us even more. And eventually, they'll like us well enough to get inside that space station of theirs, especially if I can convince them that, you know what, we could even make you even more money than you've ever seen, right? The other alternative is that space that we're going to meet up. Wouldn't that be just a fun little ambush point? So it has its own strategic advantage. So if we want to go the more brutal route, hire a couple freelancers, we could try to ambush them. Take them out. Of course, it'd be a one-time only thing, right? I mean,
Yes. Yes.
and
of
they have
course.
more than one ship. We already know that. Unless we have some other ideas. But I think the very fact of taking them outside their comfort zone into an area that we can control, for lack of a better word, neutral ground,
Yes.
is in itself a pretty big advantage.
I like the idea, but the actual execution, there are so many variables.
Yeah.
There's no telling how many they will come with or accompany them. There's no telling what kind of help we could get in time. So this is very, very tricky, Xavier. I like the challenge, but
Well, the ultimate goal of this whole charade was to get them to trust us, right? And that itself is a pretty long. We've all agreed that we have to play the long con, right? That's why we rented out that space for 5 months, right? That's why we did this whole thing, because in the end, we'll be able to take that entire operation down, and everything that they have will be ours. But we just got to be patient, and we got to be smart with it. So I say, before we even plan exactly what the next move is, we make them like us a little bit more.
you loosen them up, gain a little trust, and then we have a little more wiggle room. I understand.
Exactly. Exactly. We're still very much the new kids on the block, and we passed that little test of theirs. So now we move on to the next phase. But once again, this is all just my idea. If you guys have something else, I think this is the best way for us to infiltrate that starship, though.
I do agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we can infiltrate into that starship, we can possibly use that starship to get onto the base. Because
See,
we know
here's
its
the
location.
How much did we estimate the people who were in that starship? That could hold around 200 people, right?
We're talking about the station or the ship?
The station.
The station can comfortably hold up to 200 people for a crew type thing.
Yeah.
You could probably pack more in there, but yeah.
Xavier will say, you know what? I have a feeling that William Bonney isn't the head guy. I think he's the captain of his ship, but I think he's got a boss. And the more we get to know William Bonney, the more we get to learn about their command structure. And maybe we don't have to impress William Bonney. Maybe we just have to impress that boss of theirs, right?
Impress the ones who count.
Impress the ones that run the station.
Yeah. I find it kind of funny. If we do impress the higher-ups, they'd like us, and then they wouldn't know what hit them. That's great.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I guess the next step is to get our store looking in tip-top shape.
Yeah, I guess first things first.
We're quite enterprising individuals, aren't we? Not only do we have Starluck Enterprises, but now we're Black Metal Works. Of course, completely different identities. Which reminds me, I'll get to work on forging actual fake identities for ourselves. Luckily, most pirates don't do a background check, but eventually that might come and bite us in our ass if we don't have some sort of official or unofficial identification.
Hey, Squee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my character himself has fake IDs. Would these be helpful in making more fake IDs?
I guess I would kind of leave that up to Inferno. I mean, certainly they could be helpful if, for example, his character wasn't familiar with these particular areas, IDs, or whatnot. So,
in my opinion, it would be extremely useful because the forgery skill itself reads that in order to make a good forgery, you need to have a copy nearby.
Well, perfect. Yeah.
So otherwise, if you do it like by memory. It's a big penalty, and I don't have that great of a skill. So, frankly, at my current skill level, I do need to have something to copy off of.
Okay, well, here you go. I hand you some IDs.
Excellent. Good,
yeah,
good.
I have 3 exactly.
I only need 1, but that's
okay.
Good.
There you go.
Great. I'll make IDs for us, and
all right. Go ahead and roll me a forgery check.
Sure. 1 for each individual, or
yeah, I suppose you should. I was gonna say just 1 for everyone, but this is a complex thing, so let's do 1 for each character.
Oh, darn. Okay, because I only have a 30% chance.
Okay. You know what? No. Never mind. Because that was just making you roll until you fail. How
much I succeed or fail by typically is the quality of them, right?
Right. So, yeah, you know what? Just roll me once.
Oh!
So I fail by 25. Not disastrous.
No, basically, here's what I'm going to say. Your IDs would pass a cursory glance.
Great.
So, one of those, you flip the FBI badge and then close it again, that kind of thing.
That's what I was going to do, yeah.
I mean, not quite that bad, because you could probably take a plastic badge and do that, but you know what I mean. Anyone who takes time to study it will probably see that there's a little bit of glue or something.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, it's something, right? Give me a moment. I have to use the washroom, but I'll be right back.
All right. So... Actually, you know what? I'll take that opportunity for a break as well.
Okay, so we're back in what?
Oh, just a minute or two.
Oh, okay. Wait, you can hear that pin drop. Bing.
How's everyone in chat doing?
Hey, did everyone else go to use the washroom and
Yeah,
get water?
it looked like...
I made a break happen, eh?
Yes.
it was a little very quiet. I'm like, I bet you I'm the only one here. I didn't leave.
Oh, I'm back now.
Thanks, man. I was getting scared.
I feel bad. I kind of want to shut the fuck up and have you guys put in your 2 cents. I've been dominating the role play so far.
You know, if you think about it, you got a crew, you got the spokesman, and then you got the guys in the back like punching their fists. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess that is pretty silly of me to be like, how dare I, as the spokesman, actually talk? I guess that's a good point.
I don't mind. I mean,
And
you're
that
better
we-
articulated with words than I am. Me, I'd be rambling.
Hmm.
I had to go AFK for a little bit.
So everyone took off for a moment.
Yeah. So, so we're
So
going
out
to
of
try and
character, let's-
befriend these guys.
Well, that's one option. That's one option that Xavier is suggesting. There are other options that we can have, right? Let's talk out of character for a moment and decide exactly what path we want to take.
It's going to be tough either way, because we're
Uh-huh.
going to need to give these guys credits, because that seems to be the one thing that they seem to respect.
Yeah, we might actually have to sell some of this stuff. Now, here's the good news on that, I was thinking, is that if we can pick and choose what we want to sell and tell them it's the high profitable stuff, we can actually pick and choose, like, the most ethical things, right? Or the least hot things, you know?
Uh-huh.
I almost don't want to sell anything.
Yeah, that's true. Although, here's the idea, though. Our whole purpose for us wanting to take the station by ourselves is the fact that we'd be able to take whatever they have, right?
Yeah.
And Pa's okay with that. So we're already going to be selling. In the end, we're going to be selling stolen goods because those pirates didn't come by all that loot in their base.
I'm just talking about this bundle from this guy that we almost shot down.
Oh, they haven't given us that yet.
Yeah, if they end up giving us that bundle,
Mm-hmm.
I would almost want to seek out this guy and give him his stuff back.
That depends on what he gives us.
It's true. I
It
mean,
would
we
be the
do know
right
what
thing to
chip he
do.
has and his voice.
Yeah, and he would very likely report that pirates have attacked, and there would be a record somewhere.
I'm sorry, man. They got away with half of your stuff, but we have the other half for you. That's my story.
That's very good Samaritan-y, but as a player, I think that's a great idea. As a character, Xavier will be like, he got away with his life. I'd say that's a bigger gift, and us trying to track him down and give him back might expose us as not the badasses as we say we are, right?
We're in a very hard position at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You
There
see,
are no Boy Scouts in this
I-
troop.
yeah, there is Boy Scouts in this troop.
No, I don't think so.
There is kind of.
There is.
You can't speak for other people. You can speak for your
Yeah.
own character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, that's just what I would want to do, and I wouldn't mind waiting until after we take out the station.
Sure, if we want to just sit on those goods, if we're able to figure out which goods were his, sitting on it, that's fine. That's no problem then.
Yeah.
But let's think about this, all right? Let's think outside the box if we want, right? Because there's not always one solution to a problem, right? So one option is to do the long con, right? Do a couple deals for them, make them happy with us, right? Make them trust us. That's one option, right? It takes longer, but it's the safest route in a way, right? So there's pros and cons to that, right? The pros is that they like us, they trust us, we can get more information from them, so we can take them from the inside out, right?
Yeah.
The con is that since we're pretending to be sellers of pirated goods, we effectively are sellers of pirated goods, and that itself has its own risk, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, now, Pa said as long as we weren't pirates, he didn't care how we were making our money, right? So that's good. in a way. And if we really want to absolve ourselves, Black Metal Enterprises could just be a front. We could take all of our goods and ship them all the way over to Snipe and sell it to him.
Yeah.
We could just be middlemen and pretend to be the front sellers. All right, that's an option. That's definitely an option. So that's one path, right? With its pros and its cons. Safe trust, risk in being actual sellers of illegal goods. All right. There's one other path that I can see, right? Which is hire up a posse, and when he comes to make this drop, right? Whether it's the first time or the third time or the fifth time or whatever, right? We blast the shit out of them, right? But then we're back at square one.
Yep.
The pros are we kill some pirates. The cons are now we're back at square one when it comes to the base and everything like that.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yeah, lay it on me, homie.
I think we ought to rip this guy off for everything he has, play him like a fool, get all the information we need, infiltrate, and then we can decide, and then we can kill him.
It's easier said than done. Like, that would be a plan I would be solely behind, but doing that is a completely different... Like, you have to first con him, and to do that, you need to actually give him something. Now, it doesn't actually have to be money from pirated goods and things like that, but you do need to give him something.
Okay, we'll give him enough to keep him happy.
No. Not just enough. Like, enough of what, though? Like, we need something.
We need specifics.
Okay,
That's what Piph is saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to find a way we can use this guy to our total advantage.
In my experience, opportunities present themselves, right? We just have to determine what path we want to go down, right?
Okay, well, I like the trust building, because that would definitely get us in, and then we can know more about our enemy that way.
I'm just wondering if there's another path we can go down, rather than out and out fight and ambush them and out, do the long con. Is there something else that I'm missing that we can do? Oh my
god. All right. So, how about we are sending cargo?
Yes.
And we have to meet ships, right?
Yeah.
What if we stowed away inside of their ship?
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're a genius.
Wait, what did I just hear?
We stow away. When we do the meetup for the goods and the trade of the goods, right? One or two of us stow away on their ship and go wherever they're going. It's a really great idea to get more information faster. So here's the pros to that idea. Pros is we get our information way faster, right?
Okay.
The cons is we split the party, and if they're caught, they are fucked.
That's a huge con, yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Oh?
Getting fucked isn't a huge con?
No.
No,
I got a few million bucks off of that one.
They wouldn't necessarily be fucked.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to say, because nobody in their right mind is going to be firing a MDC laser indoors.
True. But, like, the gig would be up as far as fuck
Yeah, the
goes.
gig would be up. But
be separated from your compatriots.
But if we're in MDC armor...
Lucas, you need a character, my friend.
I don't know.
So if you do get busted, well, then you're a totally different person.
Okay. How about this too? All right. Maybe we don't need to stow away with them in order to get on their ship. You know what I mean? Maybe we tell them some sort of lie, right? Like something that they're gonna ship us, right? Is either faulty or they need to do some sort of follow up with them, right? Or we say, hey, we want to buy this, but they're broken, right? How about we send our mechanic with you so he can fix them, No, that wouldn't make sense either. But I'm just trying to think of a way for a couple of us to get on their ship and stay with them for a while.
Do you guys mind if I give you some things I think your characters might know or might think of, or do you want me to just stay out of it?
Thank you for asking, first of all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'm open to it.
It would be common enoughly known that even if you have trouble figuring out a way for you guys to stay on board, there are tons of items like tracking or surveillance items that can be smuggled into places. Xavier, you would know that all the time.
Oh, of course.
That in fact it's a constant hazard of your job, of the other side, the law, sneaking in tracking devices, surveillance equipment, etc. into your shipments.
Audio, video, like Mission Impossible kind of stuff.
So two ships meet up. We sell the goods and we say, hey, you know, this is a great haul. Let's celebrate, right? We all have a few drinks. In the meantime, someone slips away, plants some cameras all over the place,
Yeah.
some tracking shit, and that's how we can get info.
Lucas could put on a little show, distract the shit out of everyone, and then me, Xavier, and Isaac could walk around and just start placing things in strategic areas nonchalant.
Just make him laugh, Lucas. Just make him laugh. It's fine.
That's actually not a half a bad idea. I kind of like it.
And total feed.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we'd have if we're gonna do this, then we'd have audio and video feed of everything.
Yeah, you know, and it does kill two birds with one stone. It's a good deal, so it makes them start to trust us, but it also gets us some more information faster.
And we would know what they were planning, and we can act accordingly.
That's true.
Yeah.
We would know if they have a boss too.
We would, wouldn't we? Oh, we would hear all their shit. Yes.
Would. Yes.
Oh, and then we could reach out to the boss. Oh.
Yep. We can find out who he is, where he lives.
Yes, the more I hear this, the more I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We need to get ourselves some surveillance gear, but that shouldn't be too hard, hopefully.
Shouldn't be.
Are we all up for this plan?
I like it. I'm in motion for it.
Why not?
That's two.
Lucas?
I only have one thing. Just one thing. So, they know me as the crazy guy.
Oh, yeah. The intense guy.
So seeing me as the jovial making jokes thing may not work so well.
It's true. Okay. How about this? Xavier, Isaac, and Talavac go and plant the bugs, right? Xavier will stay behind, and maybe Xavier gets Rusty really, really drunk, right? And maybe when Rusty gets drunk, he gets pretty silly. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I've seen some pretty intense people act ridiculous once they have a couple drinks inside of them. You getting drunk could be your cover, right?
Yeah.
Or at the very least, enough to make of a scene, right? Or do you have anything magic that can befuddle them or something like that for a small amount of time?
I can make a smoke cloud. I can make them go insane in a radius.
Oh, with the laughing thing? The laughing thing itself might actually be
it might
enough
be
of
a
a
thing.
distraction, but it would creep them out.
Besides that, I can do minor distractions with a whole bunch of other things. There's a variety, just nothing that's specifically like magic for distraction.
We could also distract them with a good old fist fight. I'm talking about an arena style like me versus you, like bare knuckle boxing. That kind of
you, me, bro, punch face. You know, first one falls to the ground wins. Gotcha.
Yes.
It's true. There's plenty of ways to distract these guys, right?
Yeah.
A good. I do like. I mean, pirates do like booze, right?
Yeah.
So, at the very least, we can come supplied. Not only would we have tracking gear, but I say we get some really nice liquor, and say, you know what? Before you guys go, let's have a toast, right, to our future enterprise working together, right? Because that's one thing, crews do like is shows of respect, right? So we could do that. We could do that.
There
We can
is
placate
something
to them.
else.
Exactly.
There is something else that pirates really, really like, according to history.
Women?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Yes.
Lucas, we could get them, like space prostitutes.
Yeah, you know all that stuff.
That's okay, seriously, the best way to distract a man is, when it's happy, horizontal tango time,
Yeah, we need some wenches.
Oh my god! Yes! Booze and whores.
Booze and whores.
Xavier will have to test the merchandise before, to make sure everything's good.
And we'll make sure to specifically tell them to make sure that these guys are looking at you.
Oh, if they're doing their job right, they are.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do that. I love
and
it.
to cover our bases, get a couple of males in there too.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. Although, I don't know. I guess we can't make assumptions, right?
Well, I'm just thinking.
I'm worried about them getting insulted. You know what I mean?
If they do, just say it's for Rusty. I'll play it.
That works.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think we have a.
I think we do.
All right, Jim.
Okay.
We have a plan.
All right.
So
we've
this
got
is
a plan.
the roll with it, motherfucker.
I need a cigar. I need to light a cigar right now.
So we've got a plan. Now, here's what I need to know as a GM. How do you actually want to go about... Okay, so you're on Frontier Station. Let's say you guys talked about this over dinner or something.
Yes. Dessert is when we came up with the horror idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your first step? Take me step by step what you guys want to do so I can tell you what you need to...
Okay.
Easy stuff first. Let's get some booze together. One. That should be very easy.
Yep.
And the trickier part would be gathering up the ladies.
Trickier in a way. For sure. We also want to start, in the meantime, while we're waiting for this message as well, right? Is, like, getting booze is fine. Ahead of time is no problem, right? But since we don't know when this drop is going to be, it'd be best to talk with a madame or whoever would be in charge of a certain, place of entertainment ahead of time and say, what's your rate? What's the availability, right? So we can, for lack of a better word, have some entertainment reserved for a future date.
Oh,
We
yes,
don't know exactly when, right?
Right.
Xavier will also need some time to make those forgeries under our new fake names, right? And I think any other free time should be spent cleaning up the store itself, right? Investing in the store, making it look professional.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, step 1, booze. Step 2, reserve girls. Step 3, store. Like, clean up store and wait to hear what the pirates say?
Okay.
Sounds
we are
good.
missing exactly one step in all that.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
What am I missing?
We need to get the devices.
The devices.
Oh, yeah!
We're planning the party out. We're like,
We've got the distraction. All right, now who brought the devices?
Oh, who cares? We got women and booze.
I'm just imagining us showing up. We're like, wait, we're missing something. Oh no, we're too late. Oh, might as well just have fun.
Yeah. We paid for it. Let's have fun.
Oh my god.
Okay,
All right.
so step 1, booze. Step 2, reserve girls. Step 1 should be devices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, devices. 2, booze. 3, entertainers. We'll say entertainers.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. And then we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then. So step 1, obtain devices. What would you guys like to do? How would you like to go about doing that?
Okay.
Well, I think we can obtain these devices under the guise that we want more security at the shop.
Mhm.
So we're going
Yeah.
to be buying a lot of bulk, audio, visual, recording equipment just in case we get ripped off, like Snipe did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea, Isaac.
Yeah.
All right. There are. Okay. There's. You know what? Someone roll me a D100.
I'll do it.
I'm dibs at. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Xavier already did. That's fine.
No,
He
I
rolled-
didn't. No, that was
no.
no, that was my forgery.
Oh, okay. That was
Yeah.
your forgery. Okay,
Oh
good,
God.
Okay. All right. So, there were 2 shops on Frontier Station that would carry that kind of equipment. One of them is Burnt to a Crisp that you're trying to clean up now.
So not an option.
Not an option. You find several burned security devices, which is an interesting thing too, because if you remember, Snipe had very inadequate security devices on his own store. So take that as you will of what he
He
thought of
was
his own
such a
security.
So
fucking
he
amateur.
was actually selling the good stuff and booze.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was trying to sell the good stuff. Yeah.
I find it hilarious that us as fake fences are doing a better job than the real fence.
The only other store, because there's no surveillance store on Frontier Station. It's not exactly something most people on the station are interested in. At least not on the up and up. You have 2 options. Xavier, option number 1 is to try and hunt down a black market.
Okay, all right.
Option number 2 is your favorite junkyard dealer, who may or may not have things.
So we have the black market or the spunk market. I mean,
Yes.
the heart market.
Heart market.
I say we go with. Well,
We can split.
we could split. You're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
At least
actually
get some prices.
part of find contraband is finding people to sell you contraband, and I
That's
have
true.
that skill
Mhm.
along with Streetwise.
As do I. So I say we'd be a great pair to try to find the black market or a contact of the black market while Lucas and Talovac speak with her.
Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Sounds good to me.
Works for me. Well, it was my idea, so I certainly hope it works for me.
All right.
No, scratch
Lucas,
that. It's stupid.
Lucas, are you good with that?
Whew, talking to people, talking to Hart?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm typing that.
Born entertainer. Ooh,
Yeah.
talking to people. Huh.
So hard, so hard. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's do the black market first. So, Inferno, roll me streetwise. Actually, Burn, you roll me the contraband. I think that's going to be much more valid in this case. Much more powerful. Oh,
I
God.
failed by 10.
All right.
Okay, and I got 45 on this.
Okay.
Nice.
It's good that you had contraband because the way I'm looking at it is that it's a more relevant skill. So even though you failed a little bit, it's still better than if you would just use streetwise because you know the right questions to ask, etc. Both of you together though with your rolls, here's what you come up with. There is actually very little in the way of an actual black market on Frontier Station for one reason, not what you might think. It's not that PA is exactly opposed to the black market in and of itself. It's that Frontier Station is, by and large, already really skirting the lines of what's legal and what's not. That there's not much call for a black market on Frontier Station. But
When everything's the gray market, you don't really need
Exactly.
a black market.
exactly, but not much call doesn't mean no call. And you're able to ferret out that there is one representative for a black market deal. Now you find this out. Xavier, your character basically finds out where this guy is and who he is. Isaac, you find out through your questions that because of the way this operates and because the black market's not a big thing, it's not the type of person who has the items in stock. This is more of a person that can get what you need.
Oh.
If
I
that makes
see.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to go to the
things.
black market emporium. You're going to go to an agent and that can secure items of
One
need.
Yeah.
surveillance, please.
But you are able to track him down. His name is Xir, Xir, and he actually operates out of a little Oriental-themed tea shop.
How quaint.
Okay. Interesting.
It's in the little back part of the station. Doesn't get a lot of traffic, and you're told that he is a very elderly, but deceptively elderly, if that makes sense to you, old man, who
Is really 23. That's the exception.
and Xavier, you find through your talking that if you want to approach him about black market deals, you ask for the bitter tea.
Gotcha. All right. Shall we get some bitter tea, Isaac?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Great. I'll say probably around, what do you think, around 3 o'clock or so? We go visit this fellow?
Yeah.
His little tea shop?
Okay, and here's where Squee, taken out of context, starts to sound horribly racist.
Why, are you going to start saying, like, ting tong tay and stuff like that?
Oh,
Mongolian? We do
Goddamn Mongolians!
Anyway,
So you enter the tea shop.
enter the tea. Oh, okay.
The tea shop, and when you enter the door, your head actually brushes against the bell, and you hear like a little, tinkling of the bell, and you hear from the back of the store, "Oh God, now I can't get that out of my head."
Why don't you just talk like a regular person?
Yeah, just talk like a normal dude.
We won't hold it against you. It's okay.
Yeah.
He
He doesn't have to have an accent.
You hear, "Hello, customers, please come, sit right down." And an elderly wolfen who has his whiskers drawn up into
A Fu Manchu!
yes, exactly, a Fu Manchu.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Sweet.
great. It's like
And he-
Master Splinter, but a wolfen.
That's what I was thinking.
And he sits you down and he says, "Ah, yes, I've not seen you here before. New to the station?"
Yeah, quite new. Although we heard you had a fine selection of beverages.
"Ah, yes, a fine selection, please." And he gives you a menu. Choose what you would like.
Xavier will take a look at the menu, the front of the menu, the back of the menu, and then he'll set it down politely, and he'll give a smile and say, "I think we're in the mood for something a little bit stronger. More specifically, we'd like your bitter tea, please."
"Ah, yes, my bitter tea. Yes, just one moment, right away." And then he shuffles away.
As he shuffles away, Xavier will say, "I've been told that's what we're supposed to say. If he actually brings tea, I don't know, I guess we drink it. If he brings a gun, I guess shoot him."
Okay.
Xavier will shrug.
Isaac just sounds kind of resigned, like, all right.
I've
He
had to
comes-
shoot people before. It's fine.
He comes back a few minutes later with a tray with tea on it.
Oh, shit.
And
I don't like bitter tea.
here's a question. So you guys are at a table or a booth that we basically seat four. How are you seated? Are you each on one side? Are you both on one side? Or
I think we'd be on opposite sides of each other.
okay. He would set down the tea in front of both of you, and then he would sit down next to.
Who's his favorite? He's going to come to his
He's
favorite.
gonna sit down next to Xavier,
Yeah.
and he's going to say, "Oh, bitter tea, very good for the soul. Also very good for business deals."
Mm-hmm. Extremely. Now, Isaac is the one who succeeded on the contraband skill, right?
I failed by 10.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
So
but
you failed
had
not
the
by
actual skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, myself and my friend here, we're looking for surveillance devices. something that would be suitable for a ship, suffice to say. I don't know too much on the details. My friend here, though, has a good nose for such things. Maybe I'll have him take over. Let you know. Have him tell you the exact specifications of what we're looking for.
And
He nods and then looks to you, Isaac, and he says, "You are not one to mince words." I see. What exactly are you looking for?
we're looking for audio and visual equipment that could be fitted into a ship relatively quickly that could be relatively hard to find.
I see. You want audio and video, and how long?
How big the range?
No, how long should it last?
The recorder?
Yes.
Xavier will look over to Isaac and say, longer is always better.
Yeah.
What is the limitations of the hardware?
Well, that all depends on the price.
Okay. Let's pretend price isn't an issue.
Oh. Well, if price wasn't an issue, if you want top-of-the-line military-grade surveillance, well, you could... let me see. Yes, there was a man I knew who carried such things. They were small devices made to look like tiles on the floor or a wall. You could change the color to match what you needed. They recorded all audio and visual within the current room. Also had method of picking up audio throughout an entire ship by way of the ventilation system. Not as high quality, but certainly good enough to hear a conversation or two.
Excellent. And this man, how much would he charge for such a thing?
Oh, for a handful of such devices, very top quality, very top of the line, maybe 500,000.
Impressive price for an impressive device.
Yeah. And for a handful, what specifically are you saying? 5?
Half a
6?
dozen? 6?
I might be able to get 5. Rest assured, I do not know what markets you're familiar with or not, but I do not bring second-rate equipment.
I understand.
Very much so. Our budget allows it, as Xavier would say, but do you think it's worth the investment? Are these easily recoverable as well?
They are easy to remove, yes, but as with most bugs, you will have to be there to remove them.
Of course. Of course.
What about all the audio and visual? Is it streamed somewhere or is it on the device?
Typically, such things aren't streamed. Anyone in our line of work that knows what they're doing would be able to track such signals.
So
It'd be stored on an internal hard drive to be recovered at a later date.
He would nod.
At this point, Xavier would say that wouldn't be too much of a problem. Our assets we'd be in constant, not constant, but we meet up with them more than once. That's for sure.
He nods and he strokes his Fu Manchu and he says, "Actually, give me a moment. Let me think. There might be a way to make it easier." And then he kind of stands up and starts shuffling away.
Okay.
And he comes back with a small device that looks like, imagine like a USB stick almost, except it doesn't have a USB attachment. Imagine if it was just round on both sides.
Okay.
And
My
it's
debt.
got.
No, never mind. I didn't say that.
Wait a second. It's got a red button on the center of it. It says, "This it's a very rare device, very illegal device, but it
Oh.
can be calibrated for your purposes with any surveillance equipment that stores audio and visual data. Get within a few feet of it, click this button, and it will send a short-range transmission directly to the device."
A retrieval system, in other words.
Yes, as you say.
How much?
This is, as I said, an incredibly rare device. 200,000.
So in grand total, it will be
700.
700.
He nods. He says, "My prices are steep, yes, but as you are new, you do not have reason to trust me yet, so I understand the difficulty, but as I said before, you pay for the best."
Of course, I understand that. We are new. I have a question for you, though, Azir. You are a man of good reputation. That's how we heard of you. And I am sure individuals of your ilk in your business require people in my business. I am a, for lack of a better word, professional smuggler. Maybe there's something I or some of my friends can do for you in order to perhaps give us a bit of a discount. An exchange of services.
"I know who you are, Philip Buckley," he says with some emphasis on the name.
Ah, yes. That's right. Yeah, you remembered my alias. Thank you, Squee.
Hey, I wrote it down. He says, "Though I do not know much of your character, if I had not heard of your reputation, we would not be having this conversation.
Mhm.
Let us do business first. Perhaps we can discuss other things later."
I see. Well, how long will this price hold for? 24 hours?
He shrugs his shoulders and says, "It would seem that I am not pressed with customers wanting high-end military-grade surveillance equipment at the moment, so I see no reason not to let the offer stand as long as you may need to consider it."
Very, very generous of you. Well, we have a few other partners in which to confer to. Such large amount of credits is, you understand, we can't just throw it around willy-nilly. But I expect to be back in here ordering your fine teas relatively soon.
He nods and he says, "I have heard of Philip Buckley.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if you would give me a method of contacting you, in case I ever am in need of the services of a smuggler,
Mm-hmm.
I might contact you. Whether we do business or not would be inconsequential."
Certainly, not a problem. Squee, for the sake of the background of my character, since I do use my Philip Buckley smuggling alias, especially around Frontier Station, as mentioned before, I would have set up a way to contact him. Maybe not a direct phone, but for lack of a better word, is there some sort of internet or email-based messaging system?
I would think so, that you could set up an email of sorts under that alias.
Registered here, or at least like a notice board or something where I can check messages under Philip Buckley.
And I can do you one better. It's not so much just registered here. It would be a type of email that if anyone that you've been to, any contacts that you know of, not necessarily here, but in the neighborhood, wanted to contact you, that's how they would do it.
So, like, if for example, if email addresses could be unlisted, it would be like an unlisted email address
Correct.
that people only I give them to. Okay,
Exactly.
so that's what I'll do. I'll give him. I'll take the napkin nearby, and I'll take a pencil out of my pocket, and I'll write down the contact information, and I'll say, of course, this is my general business contact information. I'm always interested in new work, especially if it's challenging. I have a reputation to keep up too, so
Yes.
keep asking around.
Philip Buckley gets it done, is the word I hear.
A deal is a deal when it comes to me.
So, until next time, gentlemen, and he raises up his little cup of tea
Mm-hmm.
and looks at you both expectantly.
I go, oh, yes, and then raise my cup of tea as well.
I raise
Isaac?
mine as well.
Okay. And then he drinks his.
And Patrick. and Xavier will take a deep breath and take a drink, trying his best not to grimace. Wait, I'm gonna roll.
Okay, I was gonna say it is by far the most bitter thing.
Oh
you've
man,
ever
I have a
tasted.
physical endurance score of 9. So if I get under 5, then I can do it. But if I don't, then I do. I managed to.
wow.
I managed to
Okay.
to bite my lip and bring it down and be like,
Yummy.
such good tea.
How does
Well, I need
Isaac
to roll for
there?
18. What do I need to roll for 18?
No, that's really kind of up to you. I'm not. It's not toxic or anything. I'm leaving it to you for review and how you think the character would react.
Yeah, I'm using my physical endurance score because I say I really don't like tea, so that's all I'm doing.
But it's bitter.
Yeah, it's extremely bitter. Extremely bitter.
Okay, I'll just drink it.
Okay. He looks to both of you and then nods in silent approval, and then takes the device and gets up and waddles away.
And as he waddles away, Xavier will very carefully spit the tea back into the cup and set it down. Then finally making a face. Ugh. Oh, that is bitter fucking tea. I thought it was just a passphrase. Ugh. Let's get out of here and talk to Talavac and Lucas. Maybe they found a cheaper option. If not, well, we got something.
Not bad.
Fucking tea? Alright, your turn, guys. Take
Yep.
off. Take off.
All right, so Talivik and Lucas, you go to Heart Shop, yes?
Yes.
Okay. When you walk into the shop, you hear rummaging in the back.
Okay. Head toward it.
Okay. You head towards a pile of all kinds of mechanical devices and wires and junk, and you hear noises coming from within the pile, but you can't see anyone.
Lucas, would you like to get her attention?
Do I see her?
No, but you just hear noises coming from the pile.
All right. This is Miss Fussy Ghost.
Oh, Miss Fussy, I love you.
I have come to check for my trunk.
Okay. Heart pops up out of the debris pile. Says, "Miss Fussy Dust, of course I have your," and she falls down the pile.
Help her up.
So slides to a stop in front of you guys and sees that it's you guys and says, "What? Where's Miss Fussy Dust?"
I think she saw a large pile of dust somewhere and had to clean it.
Yeah.
She's fast as lightning.
Yeah.
Woman.
But I had her trunk.
Dust is really a pet peeve. Yeah.
I see. Well, anyway, hi. What brings you?
Okay. Would it be okay if we looked around in your wonderful yard here? We're looking for something specific. Are we outside or inside a place?
You're inside her shop.
Inside the shop? Okay. I just kind of lean in a little bit. I'm like, we're looking for spy stuff, surveillance equipment. Hush hush.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, and she kind of says, I got just the thing.
Okay.
And then she circles back behind Talavac, and she puts her hands up around his eyes and kind of opens his eyelids and says, there.
I'm just like looking around my eyes. I'm like, what am I looking at? I'm a little lost.
She stops.
You're in the shop of hearts. Lucas will now like be in front of him, like gesturing like widely.
Hart looks confused. He says, whenever I need to spy on things, I just use these. And she like shakes your head with your eyes a little bit.
Oh, I'm not.
We
very
thought
good.
about that. It's just it's a bit hard to do that because where we need to spy on, we can't be there. It's a hard one.
Oh, you mean like a camera or something?
Yeah, or one of those microphone things.
She does this gasp, and then she kind of like, she takes an intake gasp. She doesn't breathe out. She starts like hopping up and down and grabs Lucas's hand. And she says, like, still with her breath intake, she goes, I have something.
Okay, you go do that. I'm gonna look around.
She starts tugging on Lucas's sleeve.
Go on now. And I'm just.
And Lucas will turn to Talavac like, oh gosh.
Oh my god, I forgot who I was dealing with here. Okay,
That was your first mistake.
yeah.
He's gonna be led away.
I think it would be more fruitful in my journey to go and find it myself and let them go do what they gonna
Yes.
do.
Let's do yours first because it'll be pretty quick. Just roll me a Let's see. What are your skills? We'll see here. Do you have anything that would help you just kind of identify or rummage through for the surveillance things? I know you have computer programming, which is kind of.
Yeah, well, I have all the computer skills. I have basic electronics.
Let's do that one. Let's go with basic electronics because all you're really looking for is a skill to help you identify surveillance type equipment.
Okay, let me just do a little calculation here. Okay, let me go ahead and roll that. Oh, wait.
All right.
Yes, I did do it. Yes.
You succeeded?
Yes.
Oh, by how much?
From, let's see, 7?
Okay.
Yeah.
You are able to find, let's see, not just cameras, but cameras that you would be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're able to find, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
3 little devices that are a little old, a little beat up, but they're in working order. And they're basically like little cameras with a suction cup attached to the bottom. And from what you can tell, these little things, you would flick them on, you would turn them on.
Mm-hmm.
They have a battery life inside them. The battery, you can take a look at the battery and know that this battery is, it's I was going to say a space battery, which I guess it is. It uses a certain type of technology. It's not nuclear or anything like that, but it can run for about 18 hours.
Okay.
And record about 18 hours of film and audio. You can attach it to, well, anything with a suction cup. It's about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bigger. Let's say the size of like a silver dollar. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, size of a silver dollar. You can attach it to anything that would attach to with a suction cup. It's not the highest quality. It's got a microphone on it, but that microphone, basically anything it picks up and sees is going to have to be in the same room.
Okay, that's fine. It's all about placement. We can make this work. So yeah, check them out and make sure they're functionable, and yeah, find it and get a price.
You find 4 of them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to Hart for the price, but so we'll just tuck that away for now.
That's fine. And in the meantime, I'm still gonna look around for something useful, but that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Lucas, Hart is dragging you towards the back end of the shop, and she's starting to turn purple.
Yep. I hope there's a cure for that.
Lucas is going to murmur something under his breath. Make a pie. And going to splat his own face with it and make his face turn blue.
Of course he is.
Of course. Momentarily, Hart completely forgets what she's doing when you do that. She bursts out laughing, which means she starts to breathe again. And then after a second, she says, "What? Why would you? You know what? Never mind. Come on, come. I got to show you something. I've been working on this for 2 years."
Oh God, I have to see this.
She takes you to a back room in the shop, which is very different. Most of her shop is an absolute mess. It is a junk shop, but even more so. It's obviously very disorganized. This room is very organized. It's not the cleanest. There is dust and stuff there, but everything's in a place. And there is some really high-tech equipment back here. It looks like a workshop. And she takes you to there, and she starts rummaging through the chest, and she says, "I haven't shown this to anyone, but you guys, you took me on such a great adventure, and I still haven't found a good way to say thank you, and I thought maybe I could show you these, and they're kind of expensive, but oh my God, I think you're going to love them." And she pulls out a small... What's that?
That's how many minutes my face is going to be blue. Ignore that.
Okay.
Time is of the essence.
Sorry, this is magic rules. Just ignore that.
I understand. She pulls out a silver box that she holds in both hands. It's about 2 feet across and about half a foot thick. And she puts it on the table in front of you and undoes the clasp and flips the lid open. And inside you see what look like 50 space flies.
Just in the box?
In
or
the box, not moving, but they look just like them.
Huh. How did you get so many little buggers in the box?
She says, "Oh, no. They're not real. I built them."
You build flies? Space flies?
She shakes her head and then stops and thinks about it a second and then nods her head and then says, No. These are cameras. She picks one up and she does something on the back of the case, and all of a sudden it kind of flutters to life. And she says, "It's completely animatronic. It can fly anywhere, and it records everything it sees and hears. All of them do. You could take this wherever you wanted, set them loose in like an air shaft or storage bin or something, and they will just go everywhere. And they're flies, and no one pays attention to flies. And they could go everywhere, and they could record anything they see. And then after a set amount of time, they're automatically programmed to return to a certain location."
That sounds really good, and exactly what we're looking for. Wow.
She giggles.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Sorry.
She says, "The only thing is, though, they cost me a lot to make."
Yes, of course. I think. Specs the little bugger. I wonder how much a fly costs.
She says, "Well, they have to work together with the control unit, so it's kind of an all or nothing deal. But you know, it's only 2 million."
As I die. As I die out of character. Holy shit.
You know what?
Okay.
If the digits were just slightly lower, I would have said would take it. But with that high, I'm gonna have to check with the other guys.
She nods and she says, "But they are run off of, and she points in the middle of the case, and there's a small, like, metal cylinder. She says, "There's a nuclear generator in here that recharges them. These babies would last for 20 years."
That's longer than usual flies, right? Wait, maybe. How long do
She
flies live?
she thinks about it, then she shrugs.
Oh, you two are peas in the fucking pod. Or pies in the pod in this case.
Still with the blue face.
Yeah.
That reminds me. While I wait for my when I wait for money bags, as I like to call them.
Uh-huh.
I do actually have. This might be a weird question. Do you know a guy named Big Joe?
Big Joe?
Yeah, apparently he owns the instrument shop around the corner over there.
Oh. No, never heard of him.
Mhm. Gosh.
Why,
Oh, well.
do you play music?
Yes. Are you kidding? A freaking stumbles out of his bag and he gets the guitar case down. And he stands next to it very proudly.
And she goes, "Oh, so I'm lost. Does Big Joe want these?"
No. I've been looking at a particular instrument in there, and I want that, and it's a bit expensive, and I was going to ask Big Joe if he would kindly lower the price, but I can't find him. I can't ask him if he's going to do that.
Oh. Huh. I could make you an instrument.
I'd have to give you some specs.
She nods. "I know nothing about instruments. You would have to give me a lot of specs."
Alright. I might have to give you the basic instrument, and then I'll have things to spruce it up with. That sound good?
That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
It sounds insane.
You know what? I'll give you one of mine, and he's going to open up the case, and the flutes will spill out.
Of course they will. Of course they will.
Of course.
And he'll pick up one and stick it out like a stick. Be like, "Here."
She takes it like someone's giving her a marvelous gift with like shiny eyes, and then she goes, "Oh, this is fantastic! I'm going to make you the best she looks at it, violin ever."
Give me a sec. Let me just give you a quick write on this, and he's going to get his. Actually, do you have a marker?
She pulls a marker out of her overalls.
All right. All right. So he's going to take the flute, and he's going to grab a piece of paper out of his book, and gonna poke holes in the where the flute holes are, and it's gonna write down the according notes to all of them.
Okay, cool.
That should get it started. God, I have so many ideas what you can do with this, but I would like to. I have other things. You know what? Let's just hash this out while we're waiting for people. I think we have time.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We'll do this. Not in the game. We'll do this later.
Got it. No, I got it. We'll do this later. So you and Hart have a conversation, which will be had later. She's going to make you a flute, that she calls a violin. So we'll just kind of speed it up a little bit. She comes back to you, Talavac, and says, "Oh, you found those things."
Yeah, this is all I could really find here.
Well, they'll do, I guess. 1,000 apiece.
Okay. I just got to consult with Xavier, but yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
fellas, if you want some space flies, just let me know.
Wait, what?
Dude, she got some really great space flies out back there. 2
Heart's
million.
already skipping
I think.
away.
You're an entomologist too?
See,
Gesundheit.
here's the thing. It costs 2 million for those flies back there, and they last for 20 years. Can you believe
Whoa,
that?
whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know, 20 years. I think it's longer than your usual lifespan.
No. What are we
Nuclear
talking
powered.
about here? What are we talking about here?
Flies. They're in a
Flies.
box. Nuclear box. Space
Okay,
flies.
all right. Hart, darling, could you please show me these flies?
Heart skipped away when she said, "Let me know." She's not there anymore.
Well, I need to find her.
Okay.
Mhm.
You would find her.
Where are you going? I was telling you about the space flies.
I know, but she has them. I have to see them, right? I mean,
I do. If you can't see them through my wordsmith, I don't know how you're going to see them any clearer.
okay, all right. Tell me exactly what these flies are.
They're small and they can fly.
Okay.
There's like at least 10 of them.
Okay.
They're in this box, and they fly around, and they can like
Mm-hmm.
they can
Mm-hmm. I'm motioning my hands. Yes.
oh god, what do? They fly. They're small and they like ventilation shafts.
That's brilliant! Oh my God! A fly that likes a ventilation shaft. You have saved us all. That's
He's
great.
like starts like standing up straight. I'm like, wait, what? Oh my god, did I finally do? Hold on, I have to call my dad.
Yes, that's great. That's brilliant. Wow.
He's gonna take out a nice shiny gold phone.
Yes.
And he's going
Tell
to-
your father about your triumphant discovery.
He's gonna take out the phone that the lady gave him.
Oh God!
He's gonna start plugging in random numbers on the phone.
Okay. The phone rings. It picks up, and you hear, "Yes, what? Who is it?"
I did it, Dad! I saved the galaxy!
Fuck.
On the other end, you hear like breathless, "I don't know who this is. I'm sure that's a good thing. Good for you. This isn't the time. There's a space rhino." And then the phone hangs up.
I'll be doing it. Hangs up the phone.
Telebec,
done,
do you want to
Lucas.
go find Hart, or
Well done.
are you finding Hart while he's on the phone, or?
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Alright.
I really, yeah.
You would find her in the back room, poring over a flute. If you asked, she would point to the box of flies, and she would just very simply say, "Robotic flies surveillance system right over there. Fly through anything, record everything they see, go back at a set time." Then she goes back to what she's doing.
My mouth is open, and I'm catching flies myself.
I hope they're not 2 million credits.
Yeah.
Expensive poops.
I got an idea. Did I find out how much they cost? Or did I have to ask?
I said 2 million quite a few times.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
did.
Oh, me personally, I forgot. Okay. Hart. Is there any way that we could just borrow these little guys?
She looks up from the flute, looks at you, and just raises an eyebrow with like the really.
I mean, of course, you know, we could make an exchange of something if there's something you need. But this is really, really important for our mission, and man, it could
Oh, an exchange. Sure, we can do that. She holds out a hand. 2 million credits.
Lucas like forces it into the
A lot
room.
more.
I saved this all. I think my dad finally loves me.
Oh God, Hart would light up at the news, grab your hands, and start dancing around, not knowing what you did, but you feel so happy about it.
Still with a blue face. Well, no, it's gone now. Wait, no. It has been 12 minutes.
It hasn't been 12
probably
minutes.
has.
Hey, Squee,
Alright.
Yes.
how big is this box?
It's 2 feet wide and about half a foot deep. So, and it's rather light.
Can I take it?
You can
I
try.
really need this, and I'm not gonna. I'm stealing it, but I'm going to return it. But I need
Oh,
them.
no.
I'm
Okay.
contemplating. I'm contemplating.
What are you wearing? That's an important thing.
I'm still wearing my my ninja gear.
Ninja gear?
Yeah, well,
Ninja
my
gear.
black, fatigues and stuff like that.
Okay.
Can I offer an out-of-character suggestion?
Yeah.
If you're going to steal it, maybe make sure you're not the last person seen with it. Because once she notices it's missing, she's going to know who took it.
Yeah, that's why I was contemplating. I didn't say I was. I'm looking at it. I want to take it, but I'm like, maybe I shouldn't.
I would also say that in what you're wearing, hiding a
Yeah.
2-foot long case is going
Yeah.
to be.
Like, my instincts as a thief wants to take it.
I understand.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah. But if this was any other normal person, yeah, I would have walked out with it. But since now I'm with a group, I have a tiny bit of a conscience now. And I'm like, I don't know if I should do this, but damn, do I want to do it. And I'm just like, okay, I'll walk away from it. Walk away. Walk away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do with Hart? Can you, or do you guys want to get back with the group? And
I'm leaving, Lucas. I'm leaving. And I just keep
We
walking.
haven't celebrated yet. Think of all the lives we just saved. Isn't it glorious?
It's absolutely glorious. And I go over to you, put my hands on your shoulders. You are a genius, but we really must go.
You stare into the face of pure blue with a big smile on it.
Well, I'm green, so I really don't take much. We really need to go.
Where are we going?
Well, we need to get in contact back with the others.
Oh. Right. That's what I forgot. Getting them here. Right, okay. Hart, I will ask the people to check this out, and we'll see what Moneybag says.
She nods and then goes back to studying the flute.
Oh, he'll actually, like, bend over, like, press a finger down on one of the things and blow into it to make a note.
She looks like a toddler that just saw something pop out of a box for the first time.
Utterly astounded and mind blown? I know.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and one more question, Squee. Since we don't have since we don't have our armor on, do we still have a mode of communication on us, like I don't know, a walkie-talkie-ish thing or something?
Well, I would say if your character has one, like you have one in your equipment or your character sheet, it would make sense that you would have it with you.
Well, the thing is that I have a radio stuff. Let me check again because it was something I never really thought of until just now.
Yeah, we'll just go with that because it's been long enough. We'll just say if whoever has it on the character sheet as part of the equipment, we can say has one. Otherwise, you can go purchase one somewhere.
Okay. So what's your ruling?
Well, do you have on your character sheet?
Yeah.
If it's not on your character sheet, you have to go purchase one. That's literally the words he just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't scroll down that much on this. I can't remember offhand.
All right, we'll just say for now that you don't have one.
Would my computer? Could I sync it up with his computer if he has it on him?
I don't know if it works like that.
Well, I mean, the past few times that we've had any of our little solo dual missions, we've always gone back to the Explorer.
Yeah. You guys usually
I
be
would
back in the
think-
Explorer, so.
Yeah.
Of course. I
After
think
a
us
couple
meeting
hours-
up, it shouldn't be a big problem. Let's just say we do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll just say that you guys converge back at the Explorer.
Okay.
Great.
All right,
And
we'll do that. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So I got some news for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Some pretty amazing stuff down there. We found some basic cameras, and we found some flies. Now, I'm going to get to that in a second.
No,
But-
Lucas. They're. I know they're called bugs, but that's just slang. They're not actual flies.
Well, no, they're not actual flies. They're like nuclear-powered flies. But that's... Hold on. Besides all of that thing,
All right.
I just realized something when I tried to contact you.
Uh-huh.
The guy that gave me the radio, I still have the signal to their basic line that they use. Do you want that?
Yeah, that'd be handy to know.
Okay.
Xavier, there's something that we all should know. These flies that Lucas is trying to describe, they're mechanical flies, and they are surveillance flies.
Okay.
The only problem is that they're 2 million credits.
That is a big chunk of our money reserves.
Yes, it is.
Well,
We have a cheaper option.
Well, actually, I do. I've managed to find some surveillance equipment. Very shoddy, very old, but it'll work. But those flies, oh my god. Oh, I'm drooling thinking about having them.
All right. Well, our contact gave us some good military-grade stuff as well. It's not any sort of robotic bug, but they're tiles that can camouflage in with pretty much any surface. They pick up full audio and video of the room and the audio of all major communications within the ship, going through, vents and other sorts of small intertwined things. We can get 5 of them for 700,000 credits. Now, I thought that was steep. Well, here you are pushing these $2 million fly things.
well, I
I was just bringing it to your attention.
Yeah, of course. No, we all have to decide what we want to do together. This is company funds, for lack of a better word, right?
yeah. The tiles only last for so long. How long do those flies last?
Yeah.
A long time. Longer than we can possibly need for.
They can record. So how do you pick up the information from them?
You have to pick up them from the place basically, they go everywhere, and then they go all the way back into a group where you kind of specify, and then you kind of like pick them up and carry them out, I guess.
So either way, we have to go back to the ship and pick it up, which is fine. We'll be doing routine, meetings with these guys. That's not a problem. Our method of picking up the information is that you don't have to remove the tiles. There's a small device used to download all information, and all you have to do is stand a foot or two away from the area where these things are set up.
Well, how many do you think we'll need? I mean, in total, I have 4 that could be reworked and useful. And you have how many? 5? You'd be getting.
It would be 5, yeah.
5.
Yeah,
So that's
5
The
tiles?
problem is that your shoddy little guys might be easy to detect.
maybe.
Yeah. And the thing is, this would have to be out of character knowledge, but your shoddy little guys can only do 1 room, whereas the tiles can do a room, and potentially, if we put them next to a air vent, the entire ship.
Well, that's not necessarily out of game knowledge. I mean, all bugs have certain limitations. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just stating because Talak didn't share the whole it can only be used in 1 room. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing too, right? A blended-in tile, no one's gonna look at something twice like that, right? A fly in a spaceship, now they I guess have a pretty dirty spaceship, right? But I'm thinking if they see a fly, they'll try to smash the fly, and then there goes 2 million credits.
Well, there. But it was so cool, though. I could hardly believe it myself when I saw him.
I wonder if that little thing can be calibrated for the flies too.
Well, we wouldn't know. We need 2 million credits to find out.
He said it could be calibrated with any surveillance, any surveillance equipment. It was universal.
That is really good.
Hmm.
But I think
I say we put it to a vote.
I would put a pin in the flies because they would be specifically what we need with such a high investment. We
Mhm.
still need to buy the booze.
Yeah.
And the ladies and whatever else. And we actually have to pay these pirates for the goods that they're going to sell us. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay, I guess I was just caught up in the novelty. I've never actually seen anything quite that sophisticated. I guess that I got glamorized, and yes, you're right. Maybe we should just put that off in the back.
Yeah.
And stick with what we have.
Yeah, my vote is for. It's still steep. It's still more than I expect, but I mean, our tiles are just as reusable as those flies, right?
Yeah. I would almost want to just further on if we get more money further down the line, like after we take out these pirates and possibly their base, if we have enough money, it might be a good idea to have those flies around just in case for this kind of situation.
Information doesn't hurt.
I'm going to interject just for a little bit because I feel like I'm doing you guys a slight disservice. I didn't properly convey something when Hart gave you the flies, which is part of the reason for the expense. The flies don't stay in ships. They go anywhere they can. So,
if they undock at a spaceport, then they fly around the spaceport.
Exactly. I forgot to kind of convey that, and I figured that it's unfair to have you guys make a choice without having all the information.
Yeah, they're bad. They're not that great because then the information could be gleaned from them at that spaceport, right?
Huh?
Unless I'm looking at that wrong.
You are. I think you are. Why is it bad?
Like, unless I interpreted that wrong, we release the flies. We have to leave the box on the ship, and then.
Oh, you think they'll get trapped on the spaceport?
Oh no. The box is just how they recharge. You don't have to leave that on the ship.
But Burn did bring up a good question. How are we going to tell the flies to go back on the ship after X amount of time? We don't know how long it is these ships are going to dock or undock for.
Right.
Or if they're even going to dock.
That is true, and that is a risk. You would basically set a very small device that kind of tells them in such and such time, be back at this spot.
All right, I think this is something that definitely needs some more research, and we really don't have time to go into that right now. I don't think.
I would rather just put a pin in it. Maybe in a future endeavor might be a good idea, but
All right. So my vote is for the 700K surveillance equipment.
Yeah.
Now let's do the important thing, okay?
Yeah.
Let's get some goddamn booze and prostitutes.
Yeah. Let's get that down.
They don't have to be
Xavier
that
volunteers for the lady parts. I mean for the recruiting of the entertainment.
We can go bottom shelf for the booze and the ladies. It doesn't matter.
No. No need for bottom shelf.
It would give us a better Oh God, I had the word in my head.
Bang for your buck, Xavier says with a big grin on his face.
Credibility, not
better
being
impression. It would give us a better give them a better impression of us if we were to shell out the big bucks.
Okay. I'm just trying to save some money here on us.
Xavier suggests actually that we go down middle ground, right? Not bottom shelf, but not super high shelf. We don't want to be rubbing our money in their faces, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We just want to give them a good old-fashioned quality experience, right?
The best average we can find. Yeah, I like.
Geez.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, Xavier will get up from the table. I will try to find some entertainment. Who would like to come with? Maybe not Lucas, he says.
And I'll leave that to you, Xavier, because I don't know what attractive female humans look like anyway. So.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know what attractive lizard ladies look like, so I guess we're even.
Well, I guess that just leaves me. Shucks.
Oh, right? Oh, darn. Oh, darn.
Okay, so
Streetwise check.
booze, you're not going to have a problem with.
Horse. Fuck!
Wow.
I am so immature and I don't care.
They're working girls. Working girls.
They are entertainers.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless the working girl.
Okay.
Mhm.
You find that very easily you find that there is the Frontier Station is not a huge station. There's only one real brothel, which is big enough on its own right to service the station's needs.
Mhm.
It is called Madame Bob's.
Madam Bob.
Mm-hmm. Z with the because it's his, hers, it's. So Madame Bob's.
I'm growing concerned over this brothel.
It's the only one we have no choice.
Well,
Alright. Let's enter Madam Bob's and
oh man, if you
or
rolled
we'll-
100 on that.
I'd be like, this is a great place to find whores, and he walks out like a space lock, like an airlock, and he's known as Xavier the Dumb and Horny. That's how he was known. That
Okay, so you guys go to a rather unassuming part of the station. It's interesting because the space station is made out of metal and has metal doors and metal walls, and that's just how it always has been. But when you get to Madame Bob's, you see a wooden storefront that looks like it's like an 1845 era saloon.
Gotcha.
I'm back home.
Hey, there you go. I don't know that, so character, but there you go. All right. Well, let's try to find the proprietor of this establishment, or at very least a manager of some sort.
All right. You walk in there and you see several girls who are wearing costumes that are appropriate for the style of building you're in. Inside, it looks like an old, fancy saloon with wooden tables, and there's even a guy in an old-timey dress playing on a piano. And you get several of the girls that are wearing like those kind of garters and dresses and have a feather in their hair, and they go, "Hello, boys."
Hello. I'll be by soon. Hello. Oh, hello. Nice to see you too. We're just looking for Madame Bob.
Oh, you'll be wanting right over there. And she points to the bar, and at the bar you see probably one of the biggest men you've ever seen. He is ripped. For lack of for basically, there's no other way to describe it. This guy looks like Arnold at his best of times.
Oh, God.
He is wearing a sleeveless dress with flowers on it. He is bald. He has big hoop earrings and way too much makeup on.
Okay, all right, that's all right. It's difficult to do a good balance of makeup. No judgment. Okay, and Xavier will smile over to Isaac and say, "Do you want to do the negotiations with Madame Bob? Well, I ensure while I stay here for quality control."
Isaac
Gives a
will
big
look
smile.
like frozen in place,
Uh-huh.
kind of staring at Madame Bob,
Oh.
looking over to the piano,
Mm-hmm.
looking back, and he's going to wander back out to the saloon doors, poke his hat out, go back in, and I swear I'm back on fucking Earth. Jesus Christ. Okay, what was that?
Do you want to negotiate a price? Well, I stay here with Harmony and with Bethany here as Xavier wraps an arm around each lady just to ensure, quality control.
I'm
Isaac will
Sally.
give you a look.
Oh, sorry, Sally. You look like a Harmony.
Isaac will give you a look like, are you fucking kidding me?
And Xavier will give a big smile and shake his head. No, I'm not.
Well, I guess I have to.
You don't have to. You could stay here. We could both do quality control, but I mean, we were here for a reason.
Where's your
To
Lucas
negotiate.
now?
I regret. I regret not bringing you. Well, I kind of do, and I don't. Anyway.
Okay. I will head up to the bar.
Okay. You head up to the bar, and the bartender looks at you, and he stands up to his full height, which is a full 4 inches taller than Isaac. And he stretches a little bit, puts his hands on the bar, looks down at you, and says, "Hi, welcome to Madame Bob's. How can I help you?"
Oh my
So
god.
funny. I mean, not funny at the character, just a funny situation.
Okay.
See, this is good that I'm making you do this.
Hi. First of all, I would like a drink, if at all possible.
Of course. What kind of drink would you like, and can I introduce you into some of our fine women?
Do you have whiskey?
Yes, I have a whiskey. Hang on just one moment. And the big man lumbers over to his line of alcohol and pours you a shot of whiskey and comes back over and slides it to you like an old-time bartender.
I wanted the entire campaign to just be this guy talking. Anyway, please continue.
He'll drown it in one gulp and say, I am interested in possibly booking several of your girls in the near future. We have a party on a ship, and I would like to know how much it would be.
How many girls are you thinking about?
He's going to sit there for a good minute or two, staring into one spot. About 10.
He raises an eyebrow, then he looks you up and down and says, My boy,
Big-
you have a lot of stamina.
Big boy.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, actually, we might want to make that 15.
He raises his other eyebrow. It just literally rises up to join the first one. And he goes,
Big party, you see.
I see, that's almost all of my ladies. Are you sure you can afford that?
It depends on how much it is.
I suppose that would depend on where they're going to be going. You said a ship?
Yes.
I see. What kind of ship?
It is a slider.
Oh, I see. Will my people be in any sort of danger? Not that that's necessarily a bosh to the deal, but it might actually raise the prices a little bit.
I wouldn't say no. Or I wouldn't say so. I'll make sure that they're safe.
Okay, and when will you need them for?
Want me to help you out of
Xavier?
character?
Xavier, come here. need some help.
He's currently making out with Sally, and he'll stop. Oh yeah. Just a second, he says as he adjusts his shirt and he stumbles on over. Yeah.
Whenabouts will we need these ladies?
Well, we're expected to hear from our clients in a few days, I reckon. We were just hoping to get an idea of prices and an idea of reservation. We don't have an exact time and date just yet, but
Yeah.
in the very near future.
We're planning on throwing a party as a get to know each other kind of new
Best
business
foot
partner
forward,
type deal.
right?
Yeah.
Is that all you need me here for? Yeah, Xavier asks as he leans over the bar. Are we good here now? We're good.
Stick around.
Mhm.
A little more.
All
right.
Madam Bob looks at Xavier and says, We have some nice rooms in the back if you want to take Sally and get to know a little better.
Yeah. Well, once we're done with these negotiations here, I might lag behind a little bit. Yeah, definitely. That's. Anyway, so price. For how many were you did you mention there, Isaac?
I said 15.
Whew, that's almost one for every client. That's good. That's consistent. So how much for that? We'll say we would rent them for I don't know, 12 hours a day. 12 hours.
12
Should only
hours.
be about 12 hours. Yeah.
Usually it's $1,000 an hour per person. However, since you're going off station, I'm gonna have to add about 200 onto that. So think about 1,200 per person per hour.
1,200 per person per hour as Xavier takes out the calculator option of his holo computer on his wrist.
I'm doing that right now. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
All right,
Isaac,
216,000.
roleplay is my calculator. How many?
216,000.
So that and the bugs will be about $1 million, but that's fine by me if that's fine by you.
That's actually less than $1 million.
Good, even better.
Wow.
Yeah, I say Xavier says, you know what? I think we're in the budget for that, and we'll make sure the lady's very happy with being paid, and I'm sure everyone will be very happy to be with the ladies. How much is that room? Xavier asks.
He nods and he says, I'll need to have at least 12-hour notice before, and you can certainly have them just come by and make sure to give us the notice. And one more thing, and he pulls out like a metal bar from behind the bar and says, if any of my ladies are hurt or wounded, and this little vein pops out of his forehead, and he bends the bar with his bare hands into a perfect circle, and then puts it on the bar, and then he says, the room would be 300 credits for an hour.
Per lady?
Well, I get for 5 minutes. That's all I need, right?
Quiet, David, who isn't there. Xavier will slide over 300 credits, and we'll say we'll try an hour with Sally, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, I will catch up with you at the Explorer, Isaac. Woo! And then he'll give him a little punch on the shoulder, and he'll say, "Don't worry, I'm using my own personal funds for this exploration job that I'm doing. Don't wait up for me because I'm going into deep space, if you know what I mean." And with that, he will spend some time with Sally.
I didn't need to know that.
Oh, but it was kind of inferred anyway, so.
Yeah, I know.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right, so we'll time speed ahead.
Isaac, as you leave, several of the ladies come up to you and go, "Oh no, don't go! Look at his jacket, it's so cute."
By the way, he has a really good physical beauty.
Yeah, I know. You hear one even say, "I might even pay him for an hour."
About to say discount on that.
Oh boy. I will take.
Are we talking a deal? We're talking a deal, aren't we? So, ladies, why don't we sit over there for a little bit?
Oh, okay. I guess I won't have to meet up. I'll meet you in the lounge later on, eh?
All right.
So, half an hour after your appointed reunion time at the Frontier, you see Xavier and Isaac come up, a little disheveled, a little bit of lipstick.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Isaac wipes his mouth a little bit and tucks his shirt back into his pants. Yeah, we're good for entertainment. We're great
Were
for
you
entertainment.
assaulted?
No, well, in a way.
Sorta?
In a way, but not really. No, we're good. We're safe. We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
For you other two, thankfully beer is plentiful and cheap, and for what you would need, it's like 500 credits. So it would not be hard to find or buy or anything like that. It's an outlaw station. It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Isaac has a crate with jingling bottles. I got the booze!
Maybe a little bit more than that, but that's good. So I guess all we have to do is just tidy up our place of business and wait to hear from our new partners,
Yep.
Mr. Bonnie.
All right. Give me a second. About 3 days later, you guys are tidying up the store and all that. You, Xavier, receive an email from Zier, and it says, oh, is it safe to say that you told him you were interested in his items? We didn't actually...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good, because you guys hadn't agreed, but we'll just say that you did. So 3
Yes.
days later, you receive an email from him saying that your items are ready to be picked up.
Wonderful.
And then I don't really have much role play for that. Just unless there's anything special you want to do, you would just have a nice,
I don't want him
easy
to make me
exchange.
drink any more tea. Please,
He
no more
doesn't
tea.
offer it.
Oh,
No,
thank
he'll
God.
offer you the tea, but
I can politely decline.
I'll drink
exactly,
the
he
tea.
doesn't push the issue. Yes.
I'll drink the tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
The transaction goes off without a hitch, and true to his word, the items are actually high quality and look brand new.
So, I think for sure Talavac should slip aboard the other ship and plant these items. In fact, I would actually suggest only one person slip away from the festivities as not to draw too much attention. Is that okay with everyone, or no?
That sounds good to me, because
I can do that.
I can probably do some card tricks.
Great. And yeah, and me as you know, our quote unquote boss would probably want to stick around and supervise, right? I'm too high profile to go missing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So another 2 days after that, after you get your items, and Talavac,
Mm-hmm.
roll me a computer programming skill, if you would, please.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Computer productivity. Okay. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh wow. Oh
you,
wow.
You have no idea how to sync the universal collector. If you want to, unless you guys can come up with a cute name for it or whatnot.
No, that's fine.
You don't know how to sync it to the surveillance equipment. However, there are places around the station you could pay a little bit here or there to get it synced up.
You just hear, son of a bitch! I
What,
cannot
are they
get
no
this
good?
thing to work. I
Oh.
can't get it to sync up. I don't know what kind of technology this is, but I just can't work with it.
Could I head on over and could I give it a shot?
Do you have a computer programming skill or something
Computer
applicable?
programming, I have computer use.
Sure. I'll yes. Give me.
because he sold it to us and he said this was easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
if it's like syncing a Bluetooth thing, I would say that computer use would work.
I would agree.
Well, it's called computer operation.
I'm going to give it a. Well, so it's computer operation, not computer programming. Yeah, I'll give it a very small penalty of 5.
Okay, so I'll add 5 to this. I need a 65. I get a
Oh!
literally get a 1.
Oh no, there goes our money.
What do you mean? No, 1 is good. 100 is bad.
Oh,
1 is
okay.
succeeds so well, it's
Oh.
legendary.
Oh my god.
I don't know
never
how
mind.
this is going to happen, but sure.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Here's just a player suggestion. You could always substitute the legendariness when it came to the entertainment. Just kidding.
No. I have something
Damn.
for you.
Okay.
Now, while this will be a legendary, it will be in time. You know, it's not going to be something that's instant.
Yeah.
It's going to be something that makes the rounds as time goes on.
Okay.
So you hold this universal collector, and for some reason, it was like this thing was made just for your hand. And you sync it up, and you realize when you sync it up, you're like, no, wait a second. If I would have just crossed this little thing here and crossed that wire there, and then you are actually able to make it so that you can, in about a minute's time, calibrate it to collect any audio or visual material from any camera you are within 5 feet of.
Ooh, holy shit. This thing has an amazing capability, so it doesn't even have to be ours. Oh my god, we can lift
Yeah.
information from any camera within 5 feet.
Oh my god, and as the years go by, the myth of this item, this device that can lift security footage or camera or audio footage from other devices is talked about, and people are like, that doesn't exist, man. It's not real. No, it's real. I'm telling you. I saw it.
Sweet. I want to say that this is the best session for my character ever. He talked down pirates, he's gotten laid, and now he's created a magic box.
A legendary magic.
Legendary magic techno box. Best
Now-
session ever.
Just so we are clear on how it works, you would need to obviously see the camera, and what you would do is you'd make a computer usage check, or you or Talivek would make a computer usage check to see, do you understand this camera, right? If that passes and you have a minute to calibrate it, you can lift it from that camera.
Awesome.
That is crazy.
That is definitely worth 200,000 credits.
All right, and a 1.
Yep, and a 1, of course. All right, I think we're all set for our call. Oh man, these pirates will have no idea what hit them. They're going to love us and hate us. Mostly love us, and then hate us later on when we destroy every single moment of their operation.
Yup.
All right. So 2 days after you get your devices, you one of you at some point notices that when you come into the store, when you were cleaning or whatnot, you see just a little red slip of paper tucked into the door frame.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
On the piece of paper is simply coordinates and a time. The time is for about 14 hours from now, and it would take about an hour to get there from the station.
Okay,
Okay, so we
just
need
enough
to-
time to get the ladies.
Yeah, we need to get the ladies immediately.
Okay.
Drop everything you're doing. Drop the brushes, the broom.
Xavier's already halfway there.
We need to at least reserve
He's
them
running.
immediately, yes. Give them the notice, yes. Excuse me. You'll also notice that this coordinate is just inside the nebula that the pirate base is hidden in.
Oh, that is excellent. That is really good.
So, would you like to go reserve the ladies?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, who's going?
Xavier.
And Isaac.
Okay. Anyone else?
Oh God, no.
Okay then.
Not me,
You
that's just it.
you go back to the brothel to Madame Bob's, and you walk in, and the place is actually fairly busy. It's about 4 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
When you come in, Madame Bob is at the bar, and he nods and waves you over.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hello
says,
again.
"Welcome back to my fine establishment. Sally said she had a good time. Would you like another room?"
No, we're here with we're here to pick up the ladies. We're giving you notice.
The
12-hour
12 hours
notice right now. Yeah, so we don't need them right this very moment, right? But in 12 hours' time, we'd like, exchange money for, some flight entertainment.
Ah, yes, I see. Okay, would you like all female?
One male, perhaps? See, I don't know how they swing. I'm pretty sure they're all straight, but we don't want to assume. We'll take one guy.
Don't
As he
worry,
whispers over to Isaac.
Don't worry, my customers could even turn a straight man gay.
Okay, sure. I won't argue about that. I'm not going to test the hypothesis, but I'll take your word for it, Madam Bob.
That's a very strong claim. I like it.
Yeah, that's a strong claim, but
Let's
one
be
fella.
extra sure and just take 13 women and 2 men.
2 men, Xavier says, scratching. I think we'll be all set for one.
Case. I mean,
Well, just in case they can, let's not over. Xavier says, you know what? Let's not overtax this. How about this? How about we flip a coin? If I win, one fella. If you win, two fellas. All right.
All right.
So, and I'll just roll a 1d2.
I'm going to use telekinesis so it lands on mine.
Fuck you. 13. All right, Xavier will say, okay, fair is fair. 13 ladies, two fellas, but
I'll just
keep an
spend
eye
that.
on them.
Yeah, I'll just spend that ISP.
Yeah. If you would, please. All right.
Out of character, fuck you, you cheater.
You make arrangements with Madame Bob to for them to show up at the slider at an appointed time. Now the meeting is for 14 hours. It takes about an hour to get there. So would you like to tell them to show up 12 hours, 13 hours from now?
Xavier says, I will personally be here at the brothel to escort you to our ship. I want to treat all these individuals as first-rate human beings, as they are. So I'll show up 2 hours ahead of time, escort them to the ship, and then we'll have about an hour and a half to get there, right? Which means an hour to get there, half an hour to wait for them to show up. Sound good?
Sounds perfectly acceptable. We'll see you then.
Actually, Xavier says, and he slides 300 more credits his way. Let's try. Who else you got here? Hey, Sally. Who else? Who's like Sally, but like a little bit slimmer?
Celine over there is rather nice, and he points to a female wolfen.
Human slimmer, he says. Actually, no, Celine will do just fine, he says, as he slides over.
Bestiality.
This is totally
Why not?
not where I saw this.
Why not? Fuck you! I saw where you're going. I'm going.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Hey! I'm taking all the blame. I'm loving this.
This is all just in good fun anyway.
I know. Hey, you know what? You're open-minded, and that's absolutely okay.
Once you go, wolfing.
There's a way. Please don't say that. I didn't learn all this universe. You know, exactly. You got new experiences, right? Anywho, let's not dwell on this.
We'll say 2 hours before the appointed time. What? Yes, Isaac.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, Isaac. Yes.
There were a couple of women that I was with in here the other day, and I was wondering if they were asking about me.
Asking about you. They're still recovering.
All right, and he's going to slide 700 credits. Sorry. Have a good day. He's going to turn and start walking away.
he'll stop you and slide the 700 credits back and say, "They would be upset at me if I took this. Take it back, please."
Okay. He's going to take his credits back. I tried.
I'll take those credits if you don't want them.
No.
Bob says, "I believe the word they said was prodigy."
Okay.
All right. So 2 hours before the appointed time, you arrive, and there are 13 of the women, including Sally and Celine and the others, dressed up, very, very nice, very, very, very beautiful, and one male that you have not seen before, who's fairly attractive for a male. He's a slim build, very well kept, very, very proper hygiene, I guess. It sounds so weird, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Fingers trimmed, everything nice, very well mannered. And Bob says, "I'm sorry, there was a slight mistake. One of our boys was sick, so I am going to be filling in for him."
Actually, Bob, no worries on that. You have your business owner. We can respect that. How about we just simply take 14 individuals, and you just don't charge us for the person that's missing. We can do without one soldier.
He looks very, very deflated.
Oh,
He's wearing lingerie.
Oh my
I
god.
see. And you know what? I want to do like a convince check or a
Yeah,
convince
do a
on him.
convince check.
Actually,
Yes.
because I want to say I'm going to throw in a few compliments. This, that, and the other thing to make him feel a little bit better. I succeed considerably.
He
Try to
says,
cheer him up and convince him that his establishment is where he belongs.
he looks down at the floor and says, "Okay, fine. I guess I got some other things to do anyway. It's fine." He just slowly walks away.
Hmm.
You're an asshole.
Who, me? Okay, listen. There's one. No, I mean, here's what I'm thinking, right? And it's stereotypical thinking, right? But when we're there to present entertainment, with all due respect, regardless of Madame Bob's choices or how they identify with themselves, a giant man in lingerie and too much makeup might be insulting to our guests. Now, whether that's right or wrong, that's not for me to judge. But rather, we want to create a good first impression, right? So it's like if Lucas showed up in lingerie, right? Same situation. So
No, give him ideas.
Pardon me?
Don't give him ideas.
So let's put aside all the moral judgments and all this other stuff and just say in character that was Xavier's call.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just playing anyway. That's just funny.
Yeah.
That's just what Isaac would say in character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Come on, don't rub it in, Squee.
I am simply playing the NPC.
That's fine. All right.
No, I mean honestly, personally, as a player, I completely agree with you. I gotta play my NPCs.
Of course.
So you are able to take the ladies onto the Starluck, which they go, "Oh, it's such a nice ship. Which one's your room?"
Mine's the one off to the left. Unfortunately, only one person can steer this lady right, so I'll be up at the co-pilot seat. However, I do need a very skilled co-pilot. He looks over. Who was just talking with me? What's her name?
That was Sally.
Sally?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any brunettes in the entourage?
Oh God, yeah. There's got to be, yeah.
I'll just point up to that lady. Can I just make up a name?
Yeah, sure.
Felicity, right? Felicity is a very lucky name. I think you should be my co-pilot. Why don't you come up front? I'll show you the cockpit.
All right. So are Televac and Lucas already on the ship?
Yeah.
I would think so.
So
Okay. When they get on the ship, and of course they start kind of meandering their own way, and then you hear about 6 voices all together go, "Lucas!"
Oh, Jesus.
Some angry, others not.
These strange human mating rituals. Is just,
Yeah, we just yell each other's names
yeah.
over and over again. That's actually pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Lucas slowly looks up,
Uh,
trying to decipher like the voices that came from behind him, and going, "They're all female, so this can't be good." No, right, prostitutes. Okay. He turns around.
Lucas, roll me a D100, please.
All right.
Okay. So you start getting chatted up by 6. Some are sounding angry, like, "How could you?" And the others are more like, "Hey, we missed you," and don't talk to him that way. And while they're arguing, your phone starts ringing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, ladies, I must take this. I believe, unless this is the Rhino, he's probably the Rhino Man. He's probably needs some help. You know what, guys? This is probably important. Can I speak with him alone? He probably needs my help. Hold on. And he's going to be very insistent and like shoo them out the door. And he'll close his personal door and then like open up the phone. This better be important.
Ambassador Bush, it's been a long time.
Hello.
I was just calling to let you know that we had found the planet you were referring to and are pleased to say that we are beginning operations. By the way, it's been about 3 weeks since you've been to Noble Station.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more. And give me 1 second here. I gotta do some quick calc.
Roll them bones.
All right, give me a sec. All right. She says, okay, hang on a second. Oh, fine, I'll just do it this way. She goes, I just wanted to let you know that we've started our process, and things are going a bit slower than we anticipated, but it is very high-quality ore, and I think you'll be very pleased with your returns. We are depositing your first month's share into the account. It's not as high as you should expect it to see in the future, but we have deposited 100,000 credits into the Starluck Communal Fund.
Hot damn!
I assume that's not everything you came to talk here about.
Well, now that you mention it, and they have a conversation.
Okay. So my suggestion, at least for the group, is that we meet up with the ship, we take a look at the cargo, right? And what would be really nice as a nice pleasant surprise to these fucking pirates is that we don't reveal the beer and the ladies just yet, right? Maybe Xavier or someone else just gives a very, very small speech and then kind of unleashes the entertainment upon the fellows. Or welcomes them onto the ship, or maybe when they come onto our ship to deliver the goods, then they see what's awaiting them. That might be best, actually, because that way they can stay on our ship and have some fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that okay by you guys?
I
Don't know.
that sounds good to me.
Lucas?
I'm so swamped.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. Anywho,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, right. He was AFK.
All right. He's back now.
Yeah, so you guys travel out to the location. You arrive. I'm assuming you're arriving a little bit early, right? Because you said that you were going to get the girls and then head out. So when do you want to arrive?
Probably about a half hour beforehand, as mentioned, just to show up a little early to get all set. Out of character, I'd like to make a piloting roll, perhaps, because I might be distracted by my co-pilot.
Yes, I understand.
That might happen. So let's see here. I have a piloting small. I succeed considerably, actually. Well, not considerably, by 17, but still.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome, honey.
I just force fed. Thank you.
Yeah, I said you're welcome. It's okay.
I am not talking to you.
That was a quick turnaround.
Actually,
That's so mean.
Squee loves you all, our fans. I'm just putting that out there.
So
Peace.
you guys, you arrive and after right on the dot, actually, another ship appears. Xavier,
Yes.
roll me a read sensors with a 20% penalty.
Okay. What? I just want us all to get blown up. We just die in space with a bunch of hordes.
We're gonna smack an asteroid.
All right. So minus 20.
Yes. Oh, no, well, like make it 20 harder.
Make it 20 harder.
So plus 20.
No.
Read sensory.
Yes.
I fail by 29.
Okay. You do know that you're in the nebula far enough that you know your sensors only go about I believe I said 15,000 kilometers.
Sure. Yes. That sounds about right.
But your sensors pick up the pirate ship far out. The interesting thing about your sublight drives is that even their ships, you can tell he's going at about Mach 8, which is going to take him. You pick him up at about. Because you were a little unattentive, about 10,000 kilometers out, which is still going to take him about 40 minutes to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that he's coming. You know that he's about 40 minutes out.
Oh, okay. He's about 40 minutes out, folks. We'll, I guess, places, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. Get ready.
I'll set the ship to stay stationary, and await for them.
Okay. When they get within visual range, you get a hail.
Oh, I answer it, of course.
And it's Captain Bonnie, and he says, "Well, you're on time. I'll give you that.
Most certainly are.
You ready to do some business?"
Always ready to do some business.
Well, have whoever you need to examine the merchandise board our ship, and we'll do business.
Wonderful. We'll be there shortly. And with that, I'll navigate the ship to meet up with theirs. Align, of course, the docking procedure between the two ships. And I think all four of us should come aboard.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
You mean all 19 of you?
Nope.
no.
Four of the characters.
Okay, got
No,
it.
we're going to unleash the surprise when the time comes.
Got it. All right.
Technically, there's only 14, not 15, because
That's true. That's true. All right.
Oh,
So
scandal.
your ship's dock, there's actually a different hatch that's used for space ship-to-ship docking. So instead of your ramp that you usually use to board, it's on the right side of the ship, and it's more of like a circular hatch with a small, circular tube that extends and connects. You're connect. The doors on the other side open. You see two pirates with rifles. They're not really. They're casually slung, but they're very apparent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not a problem. Xavier's still in his black suit as Joel Amston, or Amston the Shark.
Mm-hmm.
We walk aboard the ship itself. Take a look around past the two guards.
Well, the ship looks exactly the same as it did before. On the other side are a few other pirates. It's definitely, you don't see 16 people like you were told last time.
Oh my!
But you just don't see them from where you are.
Oh, gotcha.
But they all have weapons, but they're all fairly relaxed. Kind of one of those we're here, but we're not here kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And Captain Bonnie is standing with his arms crossed as you board the ship, and he says, "Well, it's time to see if your plan is worth doing business with."
I think I can't be 100% sure here, but Will, I think you and your men here will be leaving with a big smile on your face. But first, let's see the goods. Let's see what you got here, huh?
He spreads his hands out and says, "By all means, take a look. Top
All right.
quality."
All right. Xavier will look over to Talavac and look over to Isaac and say, "Stex, Darius, mind taking a look in the goods? Rusty, you can just stay where you are."
I nod and use my scanner over the goods or wherever they are.
Okay. They would also let you open it up and take a look. So they've got 6 medium-sized crates. You open the crates up, and you see that they are high-quality pharmaceuticals, medicine, surgical supplies, the like. And as you go over them, you hear Bonnie says to Xavier, "Knocked off a medical ship about a week back.
Yes.
Those bastards always fight so hard for their stuff."
Huh. Did any of your men get hurt?
My men?
Yeah. You said they fought hard.
No. What I meant by that was they blew up quickly.
Huh. Of course. And, of course, Xavier's going to be biting his tongue in the meantime, thinking of the long haul of all this. No. But he'll just nod and kind of give just a small nod of understanding.
Right.
Everything looks good. Now, out of curiosity, Squee,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like our group, either individually as characters or us as a group, what skill should we use to kind of decipher the worth of such things on the
I have
market?
one.
I got appraise goods.
Yes, Talivek has appraised goods. Isaac, what do you have?
Paramedics.
I think in this particular instance, that would definitely work. Why don't you both give me a skill check?
Okay.
Hey, I picked the right two guys to take a look at the
Yeah,
goods.
you did.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
my god. Okay. I got a
Oh, wow.
93.
I know exactly how much these cost.
Okay, yeah. Isaac, you've never seen these drugs before. You
Yeah.
can see the surgical equipment, but it seems like normal needles, syringes, etc. However, Talivek, you know that these items are a bit complicated. At one point on one of your jobs, shall we call it, you came across some pharmaceutical stuff like this in the past. The problem with this, or opportunity, depending on how you want to look at it, is that this is a very specific type of medicine. It's a very specific type of antibiotic that is designed to combat only one type of bacteria that is different enough from normal bacteria that this is all it works on, but it's also the only antibiotic that works on this bacteria, which means that most of the time, in most places, it's almost worthless. However, when there's a colony with an outbreak of this specific disease, you start to see shipments like this, and it becomes very valuable because the colony is the only thing that can cure this disease.
And I take it this disease is extremely dangerous and deadly.
The disease?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have an idea what we should do with the goods, but we'll talk about that later. I think
All right.
everyone's kind of thinking that. But first of all,
Do I get a
Xavier-
ball? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you weren't done with your skill check. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I just want to get a ballpark for my
Okay.
how much.
Yeah, you would know that basically, like on Frontier Station or normal places, you'd be lucky to get maybe 1,000 credits per crate. In the right place, that could be upwards of 100,000 credits a crate.
Okay, I want to pull Xavier off to the side, and I'm like, look, it's an antibiotic for a specific disease.
Okay.
They usually run about $1,000 a crate, but okay, if there's an outbreak, they can go up to $100,000 a crate.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right.
I think I can work with this.
Okay, and then kind of back off and then go back over to the crate.
Cool. Xavier will head over to William Bonney. He says, we have an interesting opportunity. Although for us to make a lot of profit, we'll need to share some information. Just a little bit. Stex there told me what you managed to get was some very high-grade antibiotics, but the problem is it only treats one disease. Now, unfortunately, if we were just to sell this at Frontier Station, we'll probably get 1,000 credits per crate. And how many crates you got here? Like,
6.
He looks over 6,000 credits. Not a big profit. However, for the people who really need them, we could rake in tons of cash. Steck says he's personally seen these things go for 100,000 credits per crate. The thing is, we need to know where the market is, right? So where were these guys headed that you robbed, that you blew up?
So you're telling me that we would have to sell this where that ship was headed?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, we'll have to sell it, but yeah.
Bonnie holds up a hand and says, "Someone quiet that darn cat."
Yeah.
And he says, I apologize for that. We heard some space psychiatrist babble somewhere that having a pet's good for morale.
I see. Well, fair enough. Oh, I'm partial to pussies myself.
He gives a smirk, and he says, well, we kind of blew up the ship before we had a chance to look at its manifest, but where it was headed, my guess would be an old mining colony on Perugia 7.
Okay, all right. So this is my suggestion. Here comes our negotiations, right? If we knew 100% sure, I'd say I'd pay you right now 50,000 credits per, right? That's half of 100,000. Problem is that you're just guessing, right? So we gotta take some risk. We gotta take some time and find the right market, right? We'll head in that direction, but I say a fair price for these would be 50,000 50,000 per crate. So that means we'd split it 50-50, 25,000 a piece. 25,000 times 6 equals a very good day for you. What do you say?
He looks at you for a time and he says, one thing you'll learn from me.
Yeah.
I don't haggle much. I prefer to take you at your word until I learn that I shouldn't, which, if I ever do, it'll be a very bad day for you. Done.
Good. Let's transfer over the money, but first, why don't you and a few of your men, why don't you help us bring this over to our ship? And Xavier will kind of just gesture out with a hand for Xavier to follow him towards the docking area as he walks and talks with them. Will he follow along?
Yes.
Okay. You see, this was the big benefit of my suggested situation, is for us to create a long-term partnership, right? Most other merchants would have just said, I can sell these for 1,000, and it'd be true. And you would have left here with pocket change. But not only are you going to have quite a bit more money in your pocket now dealing with us, dealing with this way, but we at Black Metal Works, well, we like to keep our customers very happy. And there's a reason why we have 7 successful outlets in other systems. William Bonney, you tested us a week ago. Well, now it's time for us to test you. And with a big smile, he'll push the button to open up the door, revealing kegs of beer and voluptuous women, and says, we want to see how much fun you can have. What do you say?
For the first time, you see Captain Bonnie's grin show teeth.
Mhm.
And he says, well, boys, you heard the man. Time to test yourselves. And you hear like lots of laughter.
And before I set him on his way, Xavier will just lean over to William Bonney and says, let's treat each other right, and we'll both be very happy and very rich. And then I'll give him just not a big slap on the back because that's too friendly, but just like a small little pat, like go get him, Tiger, on his shoulder.
Oh, he's going to slap you rather heartily on the back and say, may the idiots die to keep us rich.
Yep, may all idiots die. Xavier gives a knowing smile.
You gotta play it up. You gotta play it up.
I am. And with that, we'll let them have fun. And I've monopolized enough of the role play. I'll let the other fellows decide what they want to do.
I'll just keep an eye on things.
I'm gonna wait until they're good and loosened up and not paying attention to jack shit.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas?
Lucas is in rusty mode.
Got it. So a lot of people are keeping clear of Lucas.
It's great. We can position Rusty in a strategic way to make sure they don't interfere with Talavac.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, there's enough people around that some people are on your ship, some people are on their ship.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a party. It's kind of
It's a party.
I mean, you've got one couple making out on the gangplank between the two. So, the entire time, a lot of the pirates get good and drunk. A few don't.
Okay.
Bonnie is one of them. He kind of leans back against the wall with his arms crossed, watching his men, but not really partaking.
Can I just add in two things as you describe the scene that's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Xavier would first of all request that since we want to be on good terms with the suppliers of these fine women and men, that make sure the crew doesn't go too hard or rough on them, right? Soft play, for lack of a better word. And after that is there, Xavier also, see, the funny thing is about happy, drunk guys is that they tend to talk, right? So as Xavier kind of is this little masters of ceremonies to make sure everyone has a good time, he'll also keep an ear out for if there's any sort of interesting bits of gossip or information more specifically about how these guys run their operation.
Okay. Let's see. Roll. Okay. Roll me a what skill do you think would work with that? Streetwise, maybe not. Why?
Well, Streetwise is good for keeping the ear out to the street.
Yeah,
This is a very
So
small
let's go with
localized
that.
street.
Let's go with that. Give me a streetwise.
Okay. No modifier?
No.
Oh, I guess I'm too distracted.
Yeah.
Where they don't talk.
There's just too much going on to really focus too much on any one conversation.
Okay. Makes sense.
Does anyone else have streetwise or would like to try similar things? Or
I actually do have Streetwise.
sure, you're more than welcome to try as well.
Sure, I will give it a shot. 38. Let's see if I do it. I failed by 19.
All right, same basic premise. It's just there's too much going on to hear more than the buzz of conversations around you. Okay. So it's been about an hour or so. A lot of them are really drunk. The ones that aren't, who aren't really partaking in it, they eventually start to kind of relax their guard, if that makes sense.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're leaning against the wall. They're watching their comrades make fools out of themselves, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to start finding spots, and I'm going to go and place them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do this nice and simple. We'll just keep this nice and easy. I'm not going to make you roll 100 times. Where do you want to place them?
I would like to place one where they talk the most, at the probably at the.
Can I suggest that you? Yeah. I know that map was really just used for combat.
Yeah, actually, no, I'm about to move you guys back over to it.
Yeah. Okay, let me zoom in on that.
So, okay, so let me set the scene for you guys a little bit. The gangplank that you docked at is actually right here, underneath this engine. So the gangplank you docked at is there. This is basically a big storage common area. The mess hall that you guys were, kept at, the cafeteria, for lack of a better word, is this room right here. The bottom two are engine rooms. This is crew quarters, and so is the bottom part of the ship. These are all crew quarters. This is more like the upper crew. And then, of course, you've got the bridge up at top.
Okay.
Now, so here's how this is going to work. Obviously, there are some places you would have easy access to because of the party. There are some places you won't. Depending on where you want to try and plant these things is how we're going to modify the roll. In addition to that, If anyone wants to, say, lay a distraction or try and do something, we can use that to perhaps modify your roll as well. In fact, why don't we make it a skill challenge?
Ooh, okay.
So
Like
here's
this.
what we'll do. Each of you choose a skill that you want to use to... Okay, we'll do it this way. Everyone except for Talavek. Choose a skill that you want to use to cause a distraction of some kind, to make Talavek do a better job.
Okay.
Then, before we do that, you guys as a group determine where you want to place these. That will determine my original modifier for his roll. And depending on how you three do on your skill check, that will negatively or positively impact his roll.
All right.
Gotcha. So first we should do the skill checks, or first we should
No,
determine
first
where
decide
wants
where
to
you
play?
want them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thoughts, guys?
What's up?
Thoughts, I'm asking.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
It's okay.
Well, what's this area right here?
Ooh, which one? I'm not seeing it.
yeah, we
yeah.
can see what you're pointing at, homie. You gotta ping it.
I'm pinging it.
Well,
Oh, I
So
see
it's
it
down the
now.
bottom.
Oh, okay.
That's the crew quarters.
That's a crew core. Okay.
Where?
Here. Let's say from here down is crew quarters.
okay, great.
This area is all storage, cargo, etc. Common area. This is engine room. This is engine room. This
got
is
an
upper
idea.
crew quarters. This is mess hall. And you know where the bridge is.
Xavier,
Yeah.
I got an idea, but it's going to be very tricky.
Oh boy, let me guess. You want to put in the big honcho's room?
Yes, I do.
That is going to be risky. My suggestion is that should be the last place that you go for, just in case, right? Because there's probably some sort of security measure.
I'm sure.
My opinion is one definitely on the bridge, one definitely in the mess hall. That's where people are going to talk the most, right?
Why not actually, instead of putting it in the actual room proper, see if there's a ventilation shaft near the room?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because they'll pick up. Sorry, go ahead.
It'll be very hard to get inside because it's the captain's fucking room. But getting some echoes from a ventilation shaft could be really fucking good.
Lucas, I need you to put on a nice light and smoke show for the party.
We'll all do the distraction rolls in a moment. Let's all just figure out where we want to put the 5 bugs, right? So what we got? We got one on the bridge, one in the mess hall, one in the vents by Big Honcho's room, right? My opinion, one should also probably go close in the storage area, close to their loading dock, right? Because they might say something as they load and unload something, right?
Exactly.
So where do we want to put the 5th?
Right. So one here, one. This is the loading dock there. So one there. You want to put one near an air vent near his room, so like here somewhere. Okay. And then where do you want the 4th one?
The bridge.
Mess hall, bridge, yeah.
Okay. So
Bridge.
one.
And then my suggestion for the 5th, since we can't get all the other crew quarters, I say just some vents by the crew quarters, see what rooms we can listen into.
Yeah, because everybody talks. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So about like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. Although we're still missing the 5th
Well-
one, but we know where it is.
Well, no, the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds...
Oh,
looks
there it
really
is.
good.
Just didn't scroll up right. Okay,
It's kind of like a cross, guys.
Yes.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
need
blast them across the universe.
Yep.
Okay. So now I want the other 3 to choose a skill to do your skill challenge on.
Okay.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Hey, Inferno. I'd be willing to put, generally, in lack of better terms, my life on the line to do a small kind of fight ring. Like, who could beat that guy?
Okay, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I would help out. Definitely.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to go that route.
All right, so I have an idea for distraction. I think that's a fantastic idea, honestly, because drinking, fighting, and effing, the other effing. Why am I censoring myself. I guess it's because I was so crass earlier on in the session. But pirates love to do that, right? Especially a lot of the non-drunk people will probably get a hoot watching the drunk people try to fight a little bit, or at least try to fight you. So I say let's go for that, right? We want to show these guys we're tough. My distraction idea, actually, will probably be for the big guy, William Bonney. I want to use my CCW law to tell him about some interesting loopholes in the law, right? Because I'm showing off as like a bigwig, right? So I'd be like, did you know that actually in this particular region, if there's an active war, there's no such thing as piracy or some other bullshit thing like that? But that's what I kind of want to do. So then it's going to be Lucas and Rusty trying to organize some fights, a fighting pit.
Isaac and Lucas.
Isaac. So here's what we'll do. Inferno will do that. Isaac, how about you use a skill to help make the fighting pit spectacular to watch, I guess, or in some way, shape, or form.
Use a skill to do that.
You could use a power too. I mean.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out something. I mean, he would be really good at fighting, but for like pyrotechnics or anything.
That's up to you.
I don't have anything.
All right. Well, then how would your character help with the destruction?
Maybe we should do a whole tag team fight match.
You could be a barker. Step right up. Take your
Straight up
swings.
WWE.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because here's the thing, with my usual, I can fire things out of my fingers as bullets. I can use that as touches too in melee attacks.
Okay. So
But
We might not want to try to kill them.
yeah, we don't want to seriously hurt these guys. It's just a little bit a punch here and a punch there.
Yeah, I also have bow regeneration, so if I tag out, I can just regenerate whatever SDC I lose.
No, we're not worried about you. We're worried about them.
I'm saying I could get beat up by them and not really do anything.
Oh, I see.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, the punching bag.
He's a
Gotcha.
tough guy, yeah.
So
Okay.
if you guys want to go that route, they can actually turn this little area here into an actual ring, and I'm sure the drunken pirates would be all for it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll ask you, Isaac and Lucas, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this narratively, or do you want to do this mechanically?
I kind of want to do it narratively.
Okay. All right. Lucas, same thing.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Obviously, you have something up your sleeve, so let me know what you're thinking, and I'll know how to go from there.
I just wanted to do a bit of combat to see how the dice fell.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, we can just do mechanics then.
Sure. Okay. Then we'll just simply do it. Why don't we do it this way? Instead of exactly tag team, how about we just give each of you an opponent?
Sure, sounds good.
We'll make it nice and simple.
Oh.
All right. And while they're doing that, Isaac will slip. I think that's. I know it's not exactly a skill challenge, but I think that's a more than acceptable replacement. Inferno, if you want to do your skill, that'll still.
I don't need to role play this. I'll just do the mechanics of it. Ooh, man, I'm rolling great, except for that 96. But who cares? Yeah, I succeed by 30.
Okay, that's good. All right, so here's what we'll do. Bern, can you shoot me over the sheet, the initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
And we'll
for
just-
this,
Mhm.
I will be taking off my shirt and SDC armor and all that.
Okay. And then what we'll do is two of the pirates kind of take up your call. And first, what we're going to do is just first it's going to be Lucas, and then it'll versus his opponent, and Isaac versus his opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, you know what? We don't. It's so simple. I don't think we even need to follow too much on initiative tracker because we're just doing one at a time, real quick.
Yeah.
Lucas, how many attacks do you have per melee in hand-to-hand combat?
4.
Okay. You're going to have one more than the other guy. So, roll me a d20 for initiative. Okay, so you get to go first, and so basically you both kind of get into the ring. You've just got your fist. This is going to be interesting. Never actually done this before, and it's just going to be a hand-to-hand fight. So you can do regular strikes, of course, and then of course in the hand-to-hand you have all those nifty little power attacks and kicks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your turn, sir.
If you don't know my character, so let's ignore that for now. So he's actually going to do a fighting pose you probably have never seen before. It looks very flagrant, and it looks like he's doing more of an act or a dance than actually fighting. So his stance is actually kind of, for this particular character that he is, almost like a pillar there, and then he'll bring up his hands, spread out his legs, and then wait for any sort of initiative to actually fight, and he'll do one swing to the one swing at this nice gentleman that chose to fight him.
Okay. That is definitely a hit. He's going to try and parry your attack. Let's see here. He parries your attack.
Holy crap, he's actually good at things.
Yeah. All right, so he is going to try the same thing. He's going to parry the attack, and then he's going to try and strike you with a backhand.
All right. Parry.
Okay.
Parry.
Tie goes to the defender in this game, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means you parried him. Well done, and it's your turn. So, parry.
Parry. Max parry.
All right, that's a hit. He's going to, again... You know what? No, he's going to do a simultaneous attack. He is going to... yeah,
Neither of us are trained in fist-to-fist, right? So he's actually used a parry turn.
No,
correct?
parries don't actually use
No, they don't.
turn.
Unless you have absolutely zero hand-to-hand.
Oh, okay, so
Exactly.
Even if you
that's
have like
not a
less than hand-to-hand, even if you have hand-to-hand basic, parries are auto parries.
Mhm.
Right, no, so yeah, he, no. So, he is going to, just do a simultaneous attack. Oh, okay. And, he's doing just a regular fist, and you're doing your fist, I believe, as well.
Yep.
All right. So you both, you both just knocked each other for 3 SDC.
You guys are fight buddies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You've got 2 more turns left. He's got 1 left. So you go again.
Lucas is actually
Wait,
fighting himself.
Let's see. I attacked.
He attacked. You attacked again, and I simultaneously attacked. So you've both done 2 things.
Okay. Got it. Roll d20 plus 3.
All right. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. He's going to try and parry it, obviously, and succeed.
Oh my.
All right.
Damn.
And he's going to try and hit you again. 18. Good God.
What is wrong with this guy? I'm going to try to parry. Succeeding.
Yeah.
And there's an interesting thing to be noted that Lucas's combat seems very trained. Like he's using forms, even though those forms you've never seen before. It's very trained. The guy you're fighting just seems very roughneck. He's never been formally taught. Just the idea that he's just been in a lot of fights.
Well, street fights, eh?
He's a scrapper, yeah.
So he's a scrapper. All right.
With a grin on his face, looking like that there's an opening. We'll give a
good.
nice uppercut to his jaw.
And
Oh,
he's got
Rusty,
no
you're so
turns
creepy.
left, so that's a hit. Oh,
Damage.
okay. Nicely done. All right. So that is going to be okay. Round 2. He's bleeding from the nose.
My turn. Stepping in a little bit, getting a bit closer, and giving another swing.
All right. He's going to try and parry it and succeed.
Wow.
Come towards me.
So in this 3 Galaxies, Ty goes to the defender, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
That is the way you do it. Yes.
I like it that way. It's easy to remember. That's my own personal decision. So I just want to make sure it's this consistent.
All right. So he is actually going to take 2 attacks and lunge at you with a power attack. So he kind of goes, "Arr!" with like a double-handed Kirk.
Axe handle.
Lucas is actually going to stand there and take that attack,
Oh,
doing
wow.
no actions. He's actually going to lean into it a bit.
Oh my!
Oh, wow.
Lucas.
All right.
I mean, rusty knife.
Well, it'll draw more people, yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second.
It's 2d4.
Thank you. I thought so. I just wasn't positive on that. And dun. He does 6 SDC to you, and so he basically brings his double fist down onto your chest.
You hear it hears a kind of a pound there, and Lucas is actually going to have to step back for that one, and then
You hear several of the ladies go, "Oh!"
And I'm not even around them. That's impressive.
and he's going to clench his fist and look up with wide eyes and a big grin, and going to be going at him with another attack.
Okay, he's gonna try and parry this, but he does look a little less sure of himself after that last attack. And yep, he missteps, and you glance him.
Here comes another 2. Wait, no, it's still his.
I got one more. Yeah. He's got. So he's still a little unsure of himself. He's gonna make a jab for your face, barely making it. You really kind of unsettled him.
I'm going to. I'm actually going to take the face hit again.
Okay, and he does 1 hit. Wow, 1 SDC.
And
You guys are combat twins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with the fist still in his face, he'll wind back a hand and
And hit him with he can't counter back.
4 damage.
Oh my god. Okay. Give me a second.
There goes a tooth.
He falls right on his butt. He failed his balance check. He goes right on his butt, and you hear cheering from some pirates and booing from other pirates, and one of the pirates starts like grabbing Lucas's shoulder and shaking him like, good fight, good fight. And the pirate that you're fighting, he's not standing back up. Like, he's not unconscious, but he's just not eager to.
He's dead. He's
not
unconscious.
eager
You
to
killed him.
So, well done.
At the end of that, I would like to do something.
Okay.
I would like to go up to the pirate that Lucas felled and make sure that he's all right.
He is dizzy. He might have a concussion. Actually, wait. I'm sorry. Roll me a paramedic check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
do that. Yeah, you may have to ignore everything I just said.
Yeah. Where's my paramedic? There it is. 49. 49.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
succeeded by 3.
He's dizzy. He may have a concussion.
Mhm.
But he's fine.
Okay. There's no pain or anything.
Of course, there's pain.
Where?
His entire face.
Everywhere.
Okay, if it's just isolated on his face, Isaac will say relax, and kind of grab his cheeks and put his nose in between his thumbs. And as
Uh-huh.
soon as he does that, I'm going to deaden pain.
Okay.
And he's going to kind of make a motion of fixing his nose.
Okay.
So he's no longer in pain for the
Right.
next 2 hours.
Roll me a D100.
8.
Okay. Really nice roll. He kind of blinks for a little bit and then says, "Oh, thanks." And he kind of says, ashamed, and just kind of steps out of the ring.
Then Isaac will go to the center of the ring and see if anybody wants to brawl.
All right. Another pirate gets in the ring, but he's really mousy. He's about 5'4", maybe a little under that. Kind of a small guy.
So it's David versus Goliath?
Pretty much.
Oh, jeez.
He takes off his shirt and he says, "You ready for me, Grandpa?" And kind of like does a little kick with his feet and kind of like taps his nose with his thumb. And if you would, roll a d20 for initiative.
Okay.
All right, you get to go first.
I have 3 attacks.
Okay, so does he.
I'm actually going to let him act first.
Okay. He's going to do a called power shot
Oh god, to your nads.
to the nuts.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh my
Fantastic.
god.
I would like to dodge.
I agree.
Dodge.
I understand.
I agree on the dodge. Don't do you should do a simultaneous attack to his nuts.
I fail the dodge.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You're gonna give. It's gonna be a great. Well, first of all, silver lining. This is a great distraction, and 2, you do have bioregeneration, as you said.
Yeah.
6 SDC to
Oh.
the left one.
Oh, right to the. Right
Oh.
to the no-nos.
Okay. All right. I see how this is gonna work. I would like to try a kick attack.
Okay.
I can't believe you can kick after that.
I know. I'm impressed.
That's his best.
I'd be in the fetal position crying.
Oh God, I haven't been beamed in the sack in ages, and I'm not
I
missing
have.
it.
I
Oh,
have. It sucks.
He's going to try.
Yeah,
and
it's going to
parry.
be sore for a while.
Mhm.
Oh man, he's going to try and parry that. He succeeds. Oh wait, no. I'm
No?
sorry. No, he fails. I do not roll 2 d20s, just one. So he fails.
That's impressive, whatever this guy is.
Yeah, really.
no fear.
Welcome to your first Cosmo night. No.
No.
I don't think a Cosmo Knight would go for the nuts. But that's just,
11 damage.
Oh my god. Okay. You kick him. 11 SDC. Give me a second.
And after the kick,
wait, I'm sorry.
he's
The wrong
going
one.
to bend down and kind of cover his groin region.
Okay,
Dirty little fucker.
you kick him and he skitters back a foot and goes, "Ugh!" And then he
Bringing me down to your level? Oh, jeez.
when you bend over to hold your nuts, he goes for an uppercut right to your face, your bent over
Okay.
face.
yeah.
All right.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I kind of
I would like to make a simultaneous attack.
Oh God. Okay.
I'd like to headbutt him.
Oh my God. All right. All right. So he's going to roll his for 4 SDC.
Wow.
So he connects really well, and you connect him.
Yeah.
Okay. God, you guys are messing each other up. So,
This got really personal really fast.
Yeah, it did.
Would a headbutt be D4 or D6?
I don't think they actually have a rule for headbutt, so I'm just gonna say a D4.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a G4.
5 damage.
Okay. All right. He's taken. Okay. Yeah, his face looks a bit bloody. It's round 2, so it's his turn again. He's what is he going to do? He is going to go for a gut punch. He's doing another called shot to your gut.
Okay.
And he makes it.
Jesus.
Mm.
I'm gonna try and parry that.
Okay.
I parry it.
Wow,
Yay.
nicely done.
Huzzah.
All right. I'm going to try and just. I want to grapple him, and by grapple him, I want to grab his head and hold him away from me.
Okay.
Oh, the old schoolyard.
Yeah.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
I consider it a grapple personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I believe a grapple is Inferno. Refresh my memory. It's been a long time since anyone's grappled.
My rules are. Give me a second. Let me just pull up my custom combat guide real quick. Riffs, custom combat guide. So whoever wants to grapple, first you have to roll to hit, right? Adding your strike bonus, right?
Mhm.
And the person can dodge out of the way if they want. All right. And then once that person hits, you do an opposed D20 roll.
Okay, got it. All right, so roll to hit.
I hit.
Okay, he is going
You
to.
can't parry a grapple attempt, obviously.
Well, he has to dodge though, right?
Yeah, he has to try and dodge if he wants to dodge.
If he
All right,
wants
so he's
to
going to
dodge.
try and dodge. Give me 1 second. Okay, so he's going to try and dodge. He makes it.
Oh, wow.
So
Damn.
he
So
dodges
then that's
around
it.
you, and he's going to use his last attempt, because that dodge took up a turn, obviously, to kick you another called shot in the nuts, because he's dodged around you as you try to grab him.
Oh.
And this guy is playing really, really dirty.
Oh my god!
This is so funny.
Okay, I'm going to make a simultaneous attack.
Oh my god, okay.
I am going to use one of my psionic powers to empower this next punch.
Oh god.
Energy and expulsion.
Okay.
Because
how
he's
does-
playing way too dirty for me.
How
I'm
does that
sorry.
work
Yeah.
exactly?
If this hits,
Mm-hmm.
I do 5d6 damage.
Oh my god, you'll kill
No,
him.
66 SDC damage.
You might kill him.
You
might
might kill him.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Listen, with all due respect, out of character, the best way to kill this buzz is to kill a man.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'll just parry then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I parry.
There you go.
Wow.
Nicely done. Okay, you still have an attack.
Now, kick his ass. I'm not saying don't kick his ass. You're right, he is fighting dirty.
I'll do another kick attack.
Just don't kill him, please.
Yeah, I'll do another kick attack.
All right.
That's
Wow.
gonna hit.
Nice. He's going to try and parry it. He is going to fail miserably.
Uh-huh.
2d4 plus 4. 11?
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
wow.
All right.
Right.
Give me a second.
Damn, that's a good roll.
He fails his balance check.
drop
He
his
falls
ass.
right on his ass. You kick him right in the chest, and it actually sends him back a couple 5 feet as he lands on the ground. He is on the ground groaning. He's not getting up.
Isaac falls to the ground groaning. He's not going to get up anytime soon. He's holding his nuts.
There's the room is quiet, and then it just erupts in jeers and cheers and just a good fight.
You know what? Silver lining, you provided one hell of a distraction. This should help Halivac a
Yeah.
lot.
Yes, you did. Halivac.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, go ahead, Bern.
I'm going to spend the ISP to bioregenerate,
Okay,
so there's no damage.
I understand.
ISP straight to the coin purse.
Yup.
Okay, if you could, and I'm kind of going to be a bit transparent on this one, just so you guys understand how effective your distractions were. I basically put each place you wanted to put it at a different penalty. He was going to be at a -30, so it would be 30% harder. You actually get a 10% bonus.
Oh, wow.
So make your check 10% easier.
Okay. All right.
Because the big one is the bridge. No one's up in the bridge, so you have to get up there and back. But they're enthralled by the dirty fighting.
Okay. Well, I think the bridge would probably be the most. Well,
You just have to roll once.
Yeah.
Have to roll once. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
let
not
me
gonna
just-
make you roll it for each
all
one.
right. Let me just make a check here. Make sure I
Good
got all my
stuff.
numbers right. Let's see. I'm rolling a prowl, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 45.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
All right. I have it at 60%.
So if you make it 10 easier, you just have to get older. Yeah, less than 70%.
Less than 70. Right.
All right. Here we go. Damn it!
That's okay. Roleplay opportunities.
Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
All right. Give me just 1 second. Let's see here.
You're taking all the good rolls, Inferno.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not though. That a couple good rolls got us into this advantageous situation. So
Here's what we're gonna say. You didn't fail by much.
Mhm.
So here's what happens. You managed to place all of them,
Mhm.
but as you're coming back down from the bridge, which was the last one you were placing,
Uh
Bonnie, who's sitting on a wall,
huh.
as you come downstairs, Bonnie goes, "Can I help you with something?"
No, just taking a look at your ship. I like to, I'm interested in ships, and I was just taking a look around. That's all. I'm about to head back to the festivities.
He puts an arm around your shoulder and kind of, and tell me if you want to stop him, but kind of turns you around and starts walking back up towards the bridge and going, "You like to take a look at ships? Well, what exactly were you looking at?"
Well, you see, I was looking at this computer system, and this, and I point to the, the computer system in the area that I was at, and I'm just like, just bullshit my way through it. You know what I'm saying? You could use an upgrade here. You know what I'm saying? This right here could use a little work here. A little more efficient. But other than that, you got a pretty good ship here. I'm a computer guy myself.
All right, he's listening to you, but he's not looking at you. He's looking around the room.
I'm like, so, what's the matter?
He goes, "What the matter is you're on my bridge without asking."
Oh, I thought this was open. I'm sorry. I didn't get that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will head back now. I will not come back in here.
Uh-huh. He says as he kind of looks around and... Ooh. He starts looking around the bridge, and he starts kind of tapping consoles and walls, and then...
Okay. I know what I have to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I have to... If he's backs to me at any moment, I have to retrieve that tile.
Okay, I'm going to give you one chance.
Okay.
You're going to be at a -20 penalty. Because
Okay.
he's obviously...
suspicious and right there.
Okay, that brings me down to 40%.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god!
You managed to pocket the tile.
I
before
want
he-
to pull. I want to pull a Dumb and Dumber and say, "Talvac, you completely redeemed yourself."
Okay. He finishes kind of looking around the bridge and then says,
Uh-huh.
puts an arm back around your shoulder and starts walking you back down to the stairs and says, "We're still developing trust.
Absolutely. Is
I
he?
s-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I suggest keep your nose out of my girl."
Oh, no problem. After you, sir.
He just kind of leads you back to the festivities, and it's right about the time when the crowd erupts because Isaac and the mousy guy are on the floor.
Okay, it's not a total loss. I got other places I can do this.
Well, you are going to notice that from this moment on,
Uh-huh.
Bonnie has been watching you like a hawk.
I say we just X-nay on the bridge. We got 4. 4 out of 5 is fine.
Yeah, the bridge would be good, but it's not risking our necks for.
You know what? Worst comes to worst, when we come back to retrieve the information, if we didn't get what we like, then we'll make a second attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
Okay. Go to an easier part. Head down to the festivity area, and hopefully I can get Bonnie off my back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll go back into a narrative. So, after the fights and the distractions and the good time, I need one more person to roll me a D100. And whoever does it, say high or low.
I say Lucas should do it.
Oh boy. Lucas is always so grand. Let's go with high.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Okay, very, very nice. Despite their reputation as pirates, they actually treat the ladies fairly okay. It's not that they're not a little rough, but they're not rougher than...
Like, no one's bleeding. No,
Exactly.
Well, that sounds bad, but you know what I mean. No one's
yes,
hurt.
yes. They're not rougher than the ladies would want.
Yeah.
So, and after about another hour of festivities, shall we call them,
Yep.
Bonnie claps his hands together and says, "All right, boys, fun's over. We have work to do." And he kind of tips his hat to Xavier and says, "Pleasure doing business. We'll be in touch."
Looking forward to it.
And he says, "But if you'll excuse me, we have to get underway."
Of course, we can't. You can't party all the time, right? All good things must come to an end. All right, ladies, let's get you back home. You can keep the rest of the beer.
And with that, the ladies file back onto your ship.
Okay.
You guys file onto your ship. They undock and start heading away into the nebula.
Okay.
Damn it. Xavier, I couldn't get it on the bridge.
That's okay. It's fine.
He was up. He was down my neck. There's nothing I can do.
I'm sorry. Did he find anything or?
No, luckily no. But he just gave me a good startling because I thought he was going to get me for sure. But I managed to yank the device before he found it.
All right. Good. Well, we got 4 devices all over the ship. It's bugged, and they like us. It's a win-win.
All right.
Here's the thing, though, and Xavier will say, away from the ears of the ladies, of course, but towards us, our Fork of Patriots is look down at these 6 crates of antibiotics. I kind of don't want to sell these, you guys.
Well,
I could use a bit. Oh, does anything in there help the bones? Any of them?
Shit, no, but
God,
we'll
I
get
should
you...
not have taken that. Oh God.
Sorry, these are antibiotics. You're not infected, and it's a very specific disease. We'll get you treated when we get back to the frontier station. Okay, Lucas?
You'll see that both Lucas and Isaac are being attended to by ladies.
Hi, ladies.
Sweet.
Cool.
Lucas,
Uh,
what hurts?
oh, just mostly everything. He like kind of waves his hand around like his like upper body.
Um, I will say just relax, and I will touch the top of his forehead and the middle of his chest really quickly, and dead in pain. So I'll use the ISP for that,
What
and
does
you're
it
no longer in
do?
pain.
No longer in pain.
Yes, you are no longer in pain.
I've been
Doesn't
healed.
mean you're healed at all. You just can't feel
It's a
it.
miracle.
Yeah, you
I've been
just can't.
healed.
Okay.
I will tell him that he still needs to take it easy, but you're just
He's like dancing around a bit, like, oh, okay, not
Yeah.
that.
And Xavier, I completely agree. We shouldn't be selling these.
No.
I have seen way too many kids die from not getting their antibiotics.
Yeah. People need these, so I say that while we're waiting for our next little mission, I say we fly these over and give them to them. At this point, Xavier, normally who's been in a very good mood the past few days, actually, his smile disappears and says, "Pirates are always bloodthirsty and cruel, but this set are particularly murderous. I'm not going to feel bad at all once we finally give them what they deserve. And I personally don't think they deserve any mercy, because they don't give it."
They are criminals of the highest nature.
Yeah, they're killers is what they are.
I mean, we've done some shady things, but
We don't
Nothing
blast
compared to
people
them.
for no reason.
yeah.
We don't, worse things worse. What, someone's at some credits? Credits can always be re-earned. Lives can't be relived.
Yep.
I can't wait for the look on their faces when we finally get them. But, one thing at a time, I guess, right?
hmm
And with that, do you think this is a good place to end the session?
I think it's a perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and stop there. Woot. Good session, guys. Oh my God, that was a bit of a
wow.
heart pounder there at the end.
That was so fun. That was so fun.
Should we stop streaming? I think we should stop streaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, before we stop streaming, I do want to ask the people in the chat. Did the stream work well? Did you guys like this? One thing I do kind of like about this over Twitch is that you have quality control. You can choose the quality of the video, which Twitch doesn't let you do.
It's true.
Yeah.
And if this works well, I might actually consider streaming on YouTube. If it means being able to stream at a higher quality and people still being able to watch it.
And not only that, but I really love the idea that once we're done streaming, this will render and be on the page immediately, you know?
Yeah.
It skips a big step in between.
Yeah. There is a bit that I kind of want to cut out at the very beginning, but
There's an editing.
YouTube, yeah, YouTube has editing stuff inside.
Very nice. All right, guys. Well, yeah, everyone. So what I might actually do is, and I mean, like, even for my personal channel, I might stop using Twitch quite as much and maybe start using YouTube more. I don't know. I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look into it.
Oh, and Inferno, did session 4 finish rendering?
Yes, I'll be uploading that soon.
Woohoo! All
All
right.
right, guys. All right. So everyone on the stream, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.
Good night. Next week.
Bye.
Bye.